No more, hit the road, Jack. Not come back no more. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with the Veve Me update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello, Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Darth Chaos, how did you know that I had crab meat? Not sponsored. We literally just had 8 different things just drop at the same time, and I'm having a hard time thinking about what to talk about first. We'll talk about Miles Morales because that's the easiest one. But what I would ask everyone to do, and I'll ask again, is if everyone can smash that like button. It's a free way to help support the channel. And doing that would be great. So we'll talk about Miles real quick. He turns invisible in one of the forms. So he's got a rare form, which is really cool. I think the rare form is just him in his street clothes, and then the hoping. Yep. So the street clothes are the one that is the rare, and then the non-street clothes are the ultra rare, and then the animated one is the secret rare. He goes, and then turns it like it. It looks so cool. So it's not a mighty. Everyone, I kind of wanted it to be a mighty, but I'm glad it's not. It looks so good. This is comparable to Superman as far as the way it looks, as one of the best things on the app. It's pretty dope. There are multiple different reasons why you should get this, why you should want it. I don't know the mint sizes. I don't know did they have? They didn't have the medium article yet, did they? There's no way. There's no way. Let me just take a look. See here. Yeah, we're Brooklyn at no. All right, so they didn't have it. They'll come out with a medium article tomorrow. For the first one, take a look at 3 and page 6. Okay, hold on. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I just have to look at figure 3 on page 6. Oh, okay, hold on. 2, wait, where's 3? Background art. Wait, what is it? There is no page 6. All right, figure 3 is page 5. Okay. Plus okay, all right, gotcha. So Miles Morales is one of the most important characters, especially in Secret Wars. What? So you have the Eye of Agamotto came out with Doctor Strange. You have, She-Hulk comics. You have, a Night Nurse. You have a bunch of different characters that come out with what Disney's doing. And I think it would be really. I feel like they haven't done it 100%. I feel like when you go out and you say, okay, here is, let's say the makeup that She-Hulk is using. I think Jumpstart Janie had mentioned that. Or if you mentioned that, oh, hey, somebody made an NFT of you, Jen, they could have released a NFT of She-Hulk like that, but they didn't, which is fine, whatever. But Miles Morales is not only very important in Secret Wars. What happens in Secret Wars, I won't give away everything. I'll just give away part of the plot, and they might not even go the direction. They might change it. But what they're going to do is they're going to have there are these things called incursions. You saw that in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, where they have these incursion points, and basically one universe comes into another. And I have a whole theory about that. I'm going to do a whole video on that. But if that happens, then one universe will get destroyed, or one universe has to be destroyed, or they both get destroyed. Basically, Sue Storm has to put a giant force field around the Earth, for it not to explode, and the Earth is going to explode anyway. A bunch of superheroes are in a giant spaceship that Reed Richards makes, and Miles Morales is basically a stowaway. And they go to this place called Battle World. It's like an evil place run by Doctor Doom. It's really crazy. He's like a god, and Thanos comes back and he's like, "You were never a god." It's like you have no idea what it's like, and it's so good. But Miles is in there as a stowaway, and he's like, "Oh my God, we have a Miles Morales. We have a Spider-Man with us." It's so cool. Also, you have basically, I don't think they would do this unless they're going to have him introduce him. They already teased him in one of the Spider-Man movies. I'm not sure which one it was. I think it's Childish Gambino that plays the criminal in there. And he's like, I have a cousin or I have a nephew, not that lives in this city. I think they were in Brooklyn or something, which where he's at. and the nephew is Miles, and also you absolutely have him in, obviously, Into the Spider-Verse and all that. There's no way they're releasing him unless we're going to get him in the MCU, which we definitely should. We definitely need to. Again, it's going to be a big part of Secret Wars. And then also, Minority. How many brown and black folk ever think that, like, oh yeah, I can totally be him? Obviously now I'm a little older, and I obviously can't play a kid anymore, but I could totally I see that. I'd see a younger version of me in that, lean and thin and very athletic. Um, yeah. Oh, all right. So it was MCU canon from Homecoming. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of Miles Morales stuff. He's very, very big. I'll get the set. I don't have a ton of money, but I'm gonna make it my life's mission to get that. Can't believe it comes out in 2 days. That's incredible. I feel like they should have made it a Friday. Okay, current interpretation. All right, so getting to these Disney, and all right, one of the patents for Disney. Let's take a look at what we got here. Oh, poop. Okay, can't do that. Can't do that. You're gonna have to. All right, I'll read the first patent that has come to my attention. Patent number 11385474. The visual effects system, including perspective corrective, autostereoscopic, retroreflective projection. Say that 5 times fast. Does that spell anything? PCARP. Picarp. Carp. Maybe they could, carp. Anyway, abstract is basically a system. No, go away. It's basically a system creating in autostereoscopic, augmented reality, virtual reality, or other visual display experience involving 3D images presented to a viewer without glasses or other headgear. So that interpretation, okay, without glasses, without other headgear, what are we talking about? Probably a phone. I mean, and this was filed for in March of 2020. And then the date of the patent that they received was July 12th of this year. So it basically just happened. It's a grant type. So anyway, moving on. It says the system includes a projection screen, which includes a reflective surface. Oh God. All right. Sorry about that. And includes a projection screen, includes a reflective surface formed using a retroflective material. I'm not 100% big on the inner workings of phones ever since they made them like this. Back in the day, razors, flip phones, whatever, cool. You have the GPS that you can take out of there. It's just 100% easy. Nowadays, it is a little more confusing, and you need to basically you can't just. It's a lot harder to take apart. Anyway, the system includes a projection assembly and a beam splitter. So if you're looking at a reflective surface formed using retroflective material, screen, this is a phone. I'm 100% positive this is a phone, unless they're coming out with like a PSP, like a Nintendo 3DS type thing. Unless they're coming out with a hand device of their own, this is a phone. This has to be a phone. I refuse to believe anything else. Again, it includes a projection screen, includes a reflective surface formed using retroflective material. The system includes a projection assembly and a beam splitter, which is disposed between an outlet of the projection assembly and the projection screen. The system includes a physical scenic space facing a lower side of the beam splitter and a viewing space facing an upper side of the beam splitter. A controller operates the projector assembly to project left and right eye images toward the projection screen. Again, this is basically what we have for these Veve NFTs. We can, especially in our showrooms where we can go make them a lot bigger, and you see what they are. The left and right eye images are then directed to the left and right eye position. So viewer with eyes positioned at the left and right eye position perceives a virtual object concurrently with light from the physical scenic space. So this is, again, it's basically a giant fancy way of saying augmented reality and virtual reality. Basically having it overlap with each other, and you're not all you're not all hecked up, you're not all crazy. So that's the first one, which is basically saying, okay, this is for a phone. The other one, which is I think highly more complicated, and I'm gonna have a couple of people on here to help interpret this, but these are gonna be my interpretations of it. So this is a method and system for providing digital media rental. Patent number 114-09891, abstract. There is a provided method and system for allocating access to digital media content. In one embodiment, the system may comprise a media server accessible over communications network, a processor of the media server being configured to encrypt the digital media content to produce a secondary license for the digital media content, and to provide a temporary license key allowing user to access at least a first portion of the digital media content during an activation usage interval of the secondary license for the portion of the digital media content assigned to the user. I'm going to show you an example. Meg, you have a Squishmallow I can borrow? Avocado works. All right, so we're going to be using this example with a Totodial and a avocado from the from Squishmallow. This is how I'm going to enter stuff. Let me go and travel. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Okay, so if we take a look at license 1 and license 2, and this is how I'm going to interpret it, because this one is the most bullish. So I'll go first with. All right, we have. Let's say Disney's patent for license 1 is, let's say it's Nintendo, and license 1 is, okay, here is Pokemon, which, obviously, Nintendo owns 30% of, and then you have something that is Mario. Well, obviously, Nintendo owns 100% of that. That could be an interpretation of license 1 and license 2, separate licenses falling under the Nintendo umbrella, kind of like you have for Major League Baseball. You have the Yankees and you have the Mets. They are separate licenses, they're separate teams, but they fall under the MLB umbrella. So if you have Disney, you could be like, okay, Homer and Bart, the Golden Moments can interact with Elsa because one is under Walt Disney Studios, one is under Fox Entertainment, and that could be it. So another way that you could interpret this is by saying, okay, license 1 is, Disney's whatever. It could be Disney's Elsa, and then it could be DC's Batman. This is the way that they could go together in this. So that's my other interpretation of it. And if we go along and we take a look at the diagram for figure 1, all right, we are looking at original license server. We're looking at media servers. I really wish I can get this up there, which I will be able to in the future. I wasn't able to send this. Jen, if you're watching, please message me on Facebook again, because I don't have it. So moving on here. Oh geez. Let us know when you want us to join. In 5 minutes. Okay. So over here where it says media server and digital media content. So you have digital media content. Okay, I'm going to do it from this way. You have digital media content, and then you have license 1 and license 2. And then here is the cloud. It looks like digital media license 1 and 2 fall under the license portfolio. So it looks like it's going to be under the Disney umbrella, whatever it is, which would make sense. It doesn't really need to have, why would you have to mention a second license like Batman? Hey, Veve Fambam. So I never got the message from on the Facebook. It's not, oh wait, hold on. Nope. Still haven't got, it's not, is it in spam? No, not in spam. Yeah, it won't let me show, but this is basically what I wanted to show you. And then we have, okay, here's figure 3, which I think this is the most, and I'll interpret that in a second, but I want to go and show a, okay, hang on a second. All right, so a couple thoughts I wrote down. They simply saw that the digital items of some kind would be purchased with mint numbers assigned and rented, versus sold. So by using a digital media content, this covers anything, which is digital photos, NFTs, movies, real estate, which could also be NFTs, sports tickets, images, imagine season tickets. So they use very generic terms, so it could be applied to any software technology by not calling media server a Microsoft.net, Net Media Server, or Amazon S3 bucket. They cover any server or software technology that you can think of with this. So their secondary license, here's another thing I'm thinking. It could be a sticking point as how Veve does it might not create a license, but something else they can think of in the non-licensed realm. So basically, you know how dolphins are like non-human, you know, humans are like non-human entities, but you know, they give them non-human rights. So basically, a temporary license key, you know, most programming requires you to access an ID or a key for things you refer to. This is generic, but it might be hard to say that you're not using a temp key. So by saying at least a first portion of that they are patenting the ability to rent part or all of the digital media item, there doesn't need to be, or I'm sorry, there does need to be a place or database where details about who is renting are stored. Obviously, we have that on the blockchain, so that's really good. And then you have the usage interval. This covers you allowing rental of an item for a specific period of time. So again, not everything, you would have to have it. It could be in the smart contracts, could be in the Veveverse, could be beforehand. I would say beforehand that there probably going to be two separate renting items. There's probably going to be renting items, um, NFTs, but hey, let's say I can't make it to Decon, but somebody else says like, you know, let's say, hey, I have taxes, like, you know, say can't afford to go to Decon, but then Dashy's like, I'll go in your place, but Dashy's like, I don't have a, you know, I don't have a Veve logo. How am I supposed to get the the physical NFT that they're giving to people for having that Veve logo if I don't have one? Well, Dashy, you can rent one from me, rent it for $100. I give it to you for, I don't know, 3 days, whatever it is. Um, you know, the amount of time, and the users are probably going to be able to dictate the amount of time. They could have it set up where they don't even have to be there, where they could be like, okay, anyone can come. If you agree to these terms, you rent it for X amount of dollars per hour or per 12 hours or per day or per week, whatever. I'll give it, you know, $100 to Dashy, you know, for 3 days. And then Dashy gets that physical item. Dash, you know, after those 72 hours are up, it reverts back to me. People don't even have to do anything. It will limit the amount of user error. And then we also have the decon is going to be in November, so next month. So and then you have the items that will probably be able to be rented inside the Veveverse. So let's say if you own all 7 Marvel Mighties, you get a really cool badge that you could put on your Deadpool, and only the Deadpools with the badges on them can go and get, you know, into this different part of the Veveverse or something. So maybe you could rent the items that you get from that. Again, I'm just kind of spitballing here, but moving on. At first, I thought everything that below in this patent, at least in this patent filing, said that one rental per digital media rental is possible. But if you reread it, they use the term secondary license in a manner that may be seen as a single secondary license or multiple secondary licenses. So whether you rent your Darth to one person at a time or to many, the below has it covered. So basically, it means if I rent my Veve logo to Dashy, or we'll use Disney. If I rent my Elsa to Dashy for $500 for, you know, for the day, and Dashy says, well, let's see about this. I could rent it for, you know, $50 an hour, and as long as I have 11 people, you know, that do it, it doesn't have to be rented every single hour of every single day. As long as that happens, then Dashy goes and makes more than 10% on the investment, because 11 people times 50, you know, is $550. That's $50 more than the 500 that I charge. So, and then you could have that in perpetuity. So I think it could mean that as well. Moving on here, you got the process patents like this are made so others have to pay you to use your process. I'm sure a hole or two could be poked in this, so you didn't have to pay Disney, but they are or were covering bases where they made this. If they don't want someone to rent the digital media content, they can invoke this patent. Honestly, it could be that Netflix is in breach of this patent as they really just renting US access to view digital media content. So that could be possible as well. You could make a process patent for anything. There are a lot of patents that are not enforced. They're mainly made to protect the company who filed the patent and make it difficult but not impossible for competitors to create or offer similar services. I'm sure there is a streaming media patent that someone files, Netflix, Hulu, etc. All are streaming media, and everyone has an exception to the patent that allows them to continue working. But core processes can't be patented, though. So if it's something that's a core basic function that everyone uses, you can't patent it. Honestly, the below is pretty much in this category. It's so generic and covers so many things that it would be impossible to enforce. Now, they could try to push it for a specific reason, and it might make it hard for Facebook to offer similar services. But people have been renting digital media well before they filed in 2020. They've been doing this forever. So yeah, moving on here. Moving on to the rest of this. All of these digital files here. You receive a first request for access to digital media content from a first user. Determine when a secondary license for the digital media content is available. Request primary license from an ongoing license server if the secondary license is unavailable. Also, Bam, just comment on one of my posts on Facebook, and then I can message you from there, because for whatever reason, I'm not able to message you. I don't know why. Obtain the primary licenses from the originating license server in response to the request from primary license. Determine a first secondary license for at least a first portion of the digital media content to the first user. Provide a first temporary license key for basically this is so generic. I sometimes I hate Disney like this. So before I have my guests come on, which 100% they can come on anytime they want, I want to answer some comments here to see what y'all think about it, if y'all can interpret this any better than I can. Just says, get me Taco Bell, absolute grand mukbang. Just smash best pizza. Oh, pizza sounds so good. Let's go, Randy and Dashi. Let's go. Yeah, I'm having crab meat. Omar, you're a good noodle. What's up, Justin? Saying yummy. Wes says, oh, Big Daddy Chavez with the fire, straight fire. Also, before I forget, speaking of which, there is a bingo night that Kyla May from K Collections is putting on. Basically, courtesy of Jay Hotaru, there is a free bingo spot to give away. So you go to K Collections on Twitter, or Kyla May on Twitter, and retweet it to enter. You'll see which post I'm talking about. She's going live tomorrow afternoon to go over how virtual bingo will work again, and there are more spots to fill. So shout out to Jay Hotaru for filling that role. Yeah, thank you. Miles, dude, Miles is gonna be insane. 1 of 1, yep, 100%. Like I said, I will have more people on in the next couple minutes to help interpret this. Bill Gardner says, okay, I've been waiting for Miles for so long. Vivi is gonna make me go broke. Elbow cough. Yeah, same. What's up, Darth Chaos? Oh, hello there, General Darth Chaos. Sorry, almost forgot it. Yes. I finished one bag of crab meat, and I have a second here. I've had so many sandwiches and I have so much bread. Hello, Sanji. How's it going? Miles drop is straight fire. Did you message me on the Facebook, or did you? All right, comment on one of my posts.
It won't let me. I liked one, but it won't let me comment.
It won't let you comment? I want to let you comment.
I don't know.
All right. So you liked which one did you like? Do you like a recent one?
The first one.
Is it all right? So you did it on the. All right, hold on. The 35-minute video thing. Oh, okay. All right. Hold on a minute. And then I'm gonna. All right. Message. Okay. I'll see if I could forward a message so you can get it. What I just read on screen. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it'll let me. Oh yeah, forward to you, and then you should be able to upload it or download the PDF, and then you should be able to put it on screen.
Okay.
Because that is, I think, essential to be able to.
You feel okay with me sharing screens?
As long
Just kidding.
as it's the PDF and not my personal messages. That was a day. That was a day. Anyway, Randy Mon, what's up, Big Gucci Sween? How's it going? Black K Comic, what up? Justin says, the heat right on par with the stream. Oh, straight fire. Yeah, what up, Big Gucci Sween? Common Zero says hashtag Randonite. Thank you for smashing that like button, guys. Invisible Digital says, let's freaking go. Let me know when you get that up, and then I should be able to click it up. What's up, BVversity? How's it going, fam? NFT says, love the rare with the hoodie. Oh, yeah. All right, so the rare has the hoodie, and then he's just by himself without the hoodie. Did you take a look at the Miles Morales drop?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Dude.
Very.
I want to be 10K minutes.
When I try to focus on Omi, look what they do to us.
I know, and this is, I just had a little bit more taxes to pay, and I was just like, oh man, I got a budget now. And then this comes out, they drop us with this heat. They drop us with this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me try to share the screen.
Okay. They look great. Invisible Digital getting all three. And then 4 rumors are running wild today, and Veve dropping Miles. That'd be great. When are there rumors about Spider-Man? I haven't been on the internet too much today.
I was back and forth, but not as much. Okay, let me see. I think it's sharing, but you have to approve it.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Add to stream. All right, there we go. I don't know if I can blow that up any.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
I'm gonna start with the Disney patent news. Bruce Wayne, this is 4 minutes. It was 4 minutes after I started the stream. Bruce Wayne, he was ready. He was ready to go.
There we go.
Got.
Tell me when you want me to scroll.
Hey,
girl.
Under my umbrella, ever. Hey. All right. Okay, so if you go to also Eva, do you have a Facebook? Or actually, you don't need it. You don't need it. It's
I do.
We have it here.
Okay.
Go to, where is it? Go to page 3 on it. Okay. So right now, if we're looking at it says license 1 and license 2, and based on and you guys got the things that I sent you, right?
Yeah.
In the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. So when they were talking about approved method system for allocating access to digital media content, license 1 and license 2, I'm pretty sure that's just every license under the Disney umbrella. Like Elsa's one, and then Homer Bart's another, and then C-3PO's another. So I'm pretty sure that's what it means. How much have you guys gone into it? I know Jesse the Harvesting Frog has gone into it on Eva's site. Have y'all interpretations of it?
Well, I mean, I know we spoke about it. I don't know exactly what to think, but I know we spoke about this a few times, where I've been telling you for, I think, months now that I think that Veve is doing something with Disney, that that they're for sure working on something, whether it's the metaverse or not. So I think this might be it, but I don't know. I haven't, honestly, I haven't read the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it looks very vague on what.
Yeah.
I mean, if you take a look at just what it said, and you can keep scrolling down a little bit, but by using digital media content, that doesn't necessarily say NFTs, so it could be interpreted as movies or real estate or photos. Like it doesn't. It never specifically says digital collectibles or NFTs, so I think it falls under the umbrella, and I think it's just open to interpretation. I feel like they use the generic terms that could be applied to any software or technology. But the secondary license, I think, could be a sticking point as how Veve does it, where it might not create a license, but something else they think of can be in the non-licensed realm, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you want me to keep scrolling?
Yeah, you keep scrolling a little bit. Yeah, there's a person, keep scrolling a little bit more. And you can stop there. So there's the one that Eva had shared. I read a little bit of it when they were talking about a system creating for an autostereoscopic augmented reality, virtual reality. That patent that they filed for in March of 2020 and got filled in July of this year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what they're talking about when they said the system includes a projection screen, which includes a reflective surface formed using retroflective material. I'm pretty sure they're just talking about a phone.
Okay.
Unless they're coming out with their own, like device, like a Nintendo like a handheld device.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Have me thinking that they might do that or not?
I mean, the phone sounds more realistic.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, what's up, OBL? Hope you're doing well. And then so scroll down to the next one.
Next page.
The yeah, to the where there's the 3 or the figure 3. So Cherry Charts actually messaged me and he said his current interpretation that this is basically a method for media transfer from one location to another, so that it requires authentication. And we're looking at, like, I think that just involves with renting. Like if you wanted to go and, hey, you can cut this line if you have a partner statue or an Elsa, and then okay, well, you can, and not everyone's going to have it, but you could rent it.
Yeah. Makes sense. Goes along with their plan that they've already spoke about.
Agreed. The next decon is over in next month. That'll be fun.
Are you guys both going to decon?
Yeah.
Oh, you should come.
I know it's hard for me to. Sorry, I just got out of the camera. It's a little hard for me to come, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, it's probably gonna be a no, but there's a little possibility. I'll
If
try.
you need a place to stay, we got you.
That's true.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Let me just move my camera. Sorry, guys. I'm like in the middle of I'm making like spring roll and just like really watched this one.
Was that first appearance boyfriend arm?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, Randy, you missed this, but on my stream with Jess, I announced that my boyfriend's going to make a first appearance, and it's going to be at the last week of December.
Ooh.
He's actually standing right next to me, so he knows he has no choice now.
Yeah. Very good. Just announce it to 77 people.
Can he just say something out loud so we can hear his voice one time? Just say hi.
Can you say something, Nico? Can you just come here? Come make your first appearance on Randy's channel. Come on.
Come on.
You don't want to talk. He's like super not shy in general, but like all of a sudden, he's all shy to be on stream. Okay, Nico. You just went to sit down. Okay. Yeah.
It's all good. He's got his date. It was set. We're fine. Yeah. So Eva, I don't know if you're a Spider-Man fan or a comic book fan, or if you see that Miles Morales NFT they're dropping.
Yes, I'm actually, so since I joined Veve, I became a Spider-Man fan. Miles Morales, I was really looking forward to that dropping on Veve, and I was listening to, I think it was 2 days ago, I was listening to, Veve was having a Twitter live from New York Comic Con, and Jen announced it, but the way she announced it was like, I had to like re-listen to it because I wasn't sure if that's what she was saying. She's like, we're dropping a Miles Morales collectible. And then she just continued talking. I was like, wait. Did I hear that right? So I was looking in the comments, people were confirming it. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. How do you guys feel about it?
It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I don't care what rarity I get. They all look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I want all of them.
Yeah.
That secret rare.
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like turns invisible for a minute. Oh God, it looks awesome.
I know.
It's like Invisible Woman status. I'm very, very bullish on it. I can't wait till the Medium article comes out tomorrow because I'm not sure how many mints it's gonna have or what price it's gonna be, but this Spider-Man, this is so good.
I'm expecting more mints.
Yeah, I'm expecting not that many mints, but how much do you guys think they're gonna put it at?
60?
I don't know if it'll be a blind box. I hope it's not a blind box. I hope it's a.
It's been a long time that we didn't get like a classic drop where there's no blind box.
That's true.
Usually those are like art pieces now.
I mean, he's very popular, and
yeah,
I think if they don't do a blind box, it might be like $250 for the secret rare, maybe like 150 for the ultra rare, and then maybe like $100 or like $50. But and the reason I say it is just because it's such a big character. I know we're in bear market. I know everything's down right now. But we had like over 50,000 mints for the original Spider-Man, and it was 400 for the secret rare.
Yeah.
And that's when we barely had anything. This is, I would say, he's obviously not as big, but he's going to be a very big part in Secret Wars, I think. So I'm super pumped. But if it's a blind box, I don't know, $80 maybe.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be, yes, 60 or 80. Babe, how much do you think it's gonna be? Okay, you could talk louder. He says $80.
Yeah, because I mean, what they've done, at least with, oh god, what's the Bounty Hunter? Oh god, why am I forgetting what they did with Boba Fett? Is that they made it so the ultra rare was obviously going to go above retail, and the others weren't. So you kind of had that gambling aspect. So I think they might do something like that with this.
Yeah, but do you think that even if it's in a blind box, do you think that it's going to go below retail, or it depends on the edition size?
Depend on the edition size.
People seem to be very hyped about it.
Yeah, he's a big character. People, I think in one of the last Spider-Man games, it involved, you know, that Sony did, and those are always very good games. Yeah. It had involved Miles Morales. Like, I don't think Peter Parker was in it. So it's pretty mainstream, and obviously had him main characters Into the Spider-Verse, what Sony did. Speaking of Disney and all that, Vicente Luna says, what if you rented out a Disney NFT, which you would transfer to Disney's upcoming metaverse? Inside their metaverse, you could only access certain locations via that NFT.
Eventually. I really do think that would happen eventually. Not right now, not within the year or two, but once the stuff really starts becoming more mainstream, that's what's going to happen.
What about you, Eva?
Yeah, no, I agree with Bam Bam. Sorry, I'm like so focused on my spring rolls right now. I'm botching all of them.
No, I understand. All good. So there's something else that I mentioned on stream, but I guess because I didn't post on Twitter, it didn't like blow up and nobody knows about it. At one of the after parties for Comic-Con, there were a couple people that worked at Marvel that I was talking to. I'm not sure if it was on stream or not. I don't think it was. But the Puddin' Cheeks' son went nuts when he sent the Miles Morales trailer. Yeah. His son knows, he gets it. But that I was asking him about just the general licenses, and the way I interpreted it, what they said was that they work in, I guess, the licensing or the onboarding department in Marvel, and their job is to pretty much be the middle person on all of the partnerships that Marvel does. And when they saw that they were doing NFTs, the digital collectibles, like, oh, great, we're going to make a lot more money with this. But then they were kind of like got their legs taken out from the room because they were told that they cannot onboard any other companies doing NFTs because of the contract and the licensing agreement they have with Veve. And I was like, wait, so how long is that for? Like, we don't know. Like, is it like 2 years, 5 years? Like, we have no idea. So I don't know if I was working in that position, I'd be like, well, how long is this going to be freaking for that y'all are, not letting me make commission? And so I don't know if it's open-ended where it's like going to be open to interpretation, where if Veve hits this metric, then they'll extend the license out this far. And if it doesn't, then Marvel can go and start partnering with other ones. So that really incentivizes Veve to drop a lot of Marvel stuff. I've had 7 Marvel Mighties, and we've had, because if they hit that metric, then they can extend the license. Again, I'm just interpreting it that way. I don't know if that's true. How's that?
Think about it.
Oh yeah, go.
No, I just don't want to eat on stream.
Okay. Eva's fridge is gonna be more famous than me. I need to get a new fridge. I'm actually my friend's dad is getting a new fridge, delivering a new fridge, so I might see where I can keep that.
You're gonna put one in your room?
I don't know. I'll try. I mean, I had somebody was telling me the other day that their OCD was messing up because the blind goes a lot lower than the windowsill, and they said like their OCD was going crazy. And I tried to fix it for them, but it doesn't it doesn't stay. It's like, all right, I'm sorry, man. It's just so there's a bunch of memes like Randy versus blind. Yeah.
Me, it's that hat that you have on that.
Yes.
Like, why?
Look for the shirt or whatever it is you have on there.
I mean, it doesn't have to. Yeah, it's a Veve shirt. Doesn't have to be.
Put it on him? Why don't you put it on him?
Because I don't want to cover up the necklace. It's a nice necklace.
What about Dashi's cousin?
Oh yeah.
So stores were actually closed yesterday, so I couldn't go. And I should have, honestly, I was leaving the mall and I saw they had 2 like dashies. I was like, oh my God, I need to take a picture of this to show Randy. Honestly, if I knew you would have wanted it, I would have went in and asked how much it was. But it's like a clothing store. It's a really crappy mall, so I don't think they're worth that much. And I don't know if they look heavy, but I'm not 100% sure. Is Dashi heavy?
Dashi might be like 50 pounds. No, Dashi's not a ton. Dashi's like, okay,
He smuggled him out of that apartment quick, so I don't think he's that heavy.
Maybe like 60. Dashi's just more awkward to lift. It's not really heavy.
Okay. Well, I'll go there and I'll ask them how much they want for it. I'm pretty good at bargaining, so I can maybe get you a good price for that.
Yes,
All right. Keep me posted, or have them put it on hold or something, so I can go there. Yeah. Go. So I can go there and
two of the exact same one.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's interesting. They have 2 of them. I don't know if I'd hate to break up a set.
I don't know. I mean, how much did you pay Dashi?
Is 20.
Oh, you said like 2. Yeah.
2,300, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, I also like Dashi. Dash is kind of a one-of-a-kind thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why. Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. It is amazing. So, Bam Bam, you have 1 or 2 of those logos.
2.
I think you covered this, that the Veve logo is going to have obviously utility. You can get a physical mint, and it's going to start at decon. He said it's going to have utility at least for 2 years, and I don't know if I could say. Basically,
say it.
I'm sure. He said that mint number will matter, but in the video he said that he just needs to make sure you have a certain amount of the physical items for the people that are going to come, like at decon. Mm-hmm. So there's no way he's going to have like 400 physical items there, because I think that's how many people have been handed out so far. But also, if mint numbers are going to matter, because I told him I got the 41, and he's like just went completely wide-eyed. And he said that's really good, because he said it's going to matter. Like, mint numbers will matter for the physical items, but I don't know how they're going to know which mint numbers to bring until like we're there. Unless he can mark them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I was wondering one thing. So, okay, they said that the Veve logo is going to have utility. Now, if you have the physical card, does it count, or do you need to have the digital? Just the digital collectible.
Just the digital.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know if anyone ever bought the digital logo and received the physical card too?
Yeah, in order to get the digital one, you had to have the physical.
No, I mean, sorry, I mean like on the market, people are selling it.
I don't.
Because I know if I were to buy one, I would want the physical card too.
Oh.
I know people who have purchased them, but I don't know anybody who's gotten the actual card. I know I wouldn't sell my card, but I wouldn't even sell my logo.
Wait, Fam Bam, so you have 1? No, you said, okay, you have 2. Okay, I wasn't sure. You have 2. You want to ask David to give me one when you're at decon, since you don't need a 3rd one?
We can try.
Eva couldn't be here, but she wants to know if she can have a logo.
That's a good point. We could ask.
So I have a question about that, because I heard that they were not giving them out at Comic-Con this time because there was a conflict of interest with the Marvel.
Yeah, they only gave out a few. Like they were planning to give a bunch out, and they only gave out a few, and then Marvel's like, can't do that. I'm like, ooh.
Well, what happened at San Diego? They didn't mind that.
I guess it wasn't a big deal then, and then I guess somebody found out what they were doing. They're like, can't do that. So
then they still do have some
Yeah,
handed out. They probably will be handing them out in Anaheim.
Yeah.
And so do you guys just walk up to David and ask him like, hey, can I have a card?
That's what I did.
I'd be so shy.
Huh?
I would be so shy.
Well, also we were told we had to find
no, I'm gonna be so sad.
Like me, well, I'm gonna try. Like from what we were told in San Diego, is that we had to find him, and we hunted him down. You know, whatever. We got a card, and then in London, it was a whole different thing. Like they were getting tattoos, they were doing outrageous stuff. So I don't know what the requirements will be, but if I got to get a tattoo for you, I'll do it.
Wait, are you serious?
Okay, I'll do it.
You would get a tattoo just to get me a Veve logo card? Okay, can we clip this as proof?
You can do that. I'll do that.
Wait, what time is this? 45 minutes and 38
Yeah.
seconds. Bam, I'm holding you on.
I got you.
Oh, you're the best.
Yeah, we'll totally do that. Yeah.
Oh, he said we. Okay, so we're getting tattoos?
Well, I meant we'll clip that and then we'll. But yeah, it should. I mean, what they said in the video, they said to show them your collection, and then if they like it, they'll give you a card. I don't know what their terms are for. David had a really big reaction when I said I had all the Marvel Mighty sets. So if you have those, it's a good idea to show them. I'll ask him at the. Maybe I'll ask him at the lunch. This way it's a little more private, and I'll be like, oh, okay.
Wait, you can ask him for me? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. I mean, I won't get the tattoo because I already have a bunch of tattoos, and I'm gonna get an Omi tattoo at some point anyway. But yeah, I think the chances are slightly higher.
Yeah. So is your lunch? It's before all the other stuff happens. So
yeah, I think they're gonna be there all week because I asked David like when do you want to do the lunch, and it says, oh, we could do it on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was like, David, the con's not till Friday. Like what where you could be there on Monday. So I was like, okay, we'll do. Does Thursday work? It's like, yeah, Thursday's fine. So that's why I have to either fly in on Thursday morning or Wednesday night. Yeah.
Then you can find out how easy he is, like what he seems like. Then you can tell him at that time, say, Fam Bam's willing to get a tattoo for Eva. Will you give her a card? And then you can let me know.
Okay.
And then I can do it before.
I'll
show up.
All right, I'll keep you posted. Yeah. Well, what day are you guys getting there? Thursday. Okay. Yeah. Copy.
I think at like 1 in the afternoon, somewhere around there.
Cool.
Wait, you said you're going Thursday?
Me? Yeah.
And how long are you staying until?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Because they're going to Disney on that Monday.
On Monday, yeah.
Oh.
And a lot of them, they're going to Disney, and then they're jumping on a plane that night.
Oh, catching a red eye.
Is anyone going to screenshot that? Oh, he's
that
all
was
red.
He looks so good. He looks so great. Oh.
Honestly, I'm not saying this because he's my boyfriend, but he's very good looking. So
he looked it. And he looked it like hunched over too. Like imagine if he stood up straight.
Oh, he went to hide in the room.
Oh.
I'm such a bad girlfriend. I'm pressuring him.
Oh, did you guys see the live stream that Meta put out before?
No.
Yes. Wait. No.
Yeah, so Meta put out this live stream going over their AR and VR headsets. So it's going to be like $1,300. Like I feel like the Quest was just like $300. But I mean, this is next level stuff. It's a new technology. I understand you have to pay for it, but it's a ton. And they were going on and on about saying like, oh, it's really important to have the social aspect, to have the social aspect while not being social. But the two people that were talking about it could not hold a conversation for their lives. It was like the most introverted, awkward thing that I ever saw. And I was like, oh, geez. But I'm excited for it though. Like it.
Where can I watch it?
I can send you guys the link.
I saw that, but I didn't see it was Metaverse Live.
No, it was Facebook. It was Meta. Like it was.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think that is.
Yeah, let me go and send that to you where I can. Oh God, where is it? It was a 2.5 hour live stream, so just be advised. I'm gonna send that to the group chat, the Randy's Angels. So here's something I wanted to run past you, and I brought that up for a reason. Why do you think that Veve should? Oh, yeah. Wait, was that it?
Yeah, that's from Sean.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. It's all jumbled up now. There it goes.
So I'm so glad Comics Crypto did a quick little thing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was great. The comments were hysterical on it. The comments were because Mark Zuckerberg just looked so awkward doing it. But obviously the man's a genius, and it. So here's what I wanted to run past you guys. Do you think that Veve should go and either buy a company or hire a whole bunch of devs to make something like this themselves? Or do you think that, hey, if Meta's coming out with something like this already, we should just be like an app on their existing infrastructure?
I think Veve should do it themselves.
I completely agree.
Can, and they'll do very well at it, I think.
Okay. I mean,
we want it now, of course, but I don't know. I'd like it better if Veve did it themselves.
Okay. Eva, your reasoning?
I don't think Veve should partner with Meta just because Veve has to be. Vive's gonna be. Oh, you're putting me on the spot now. You're like, I just think Veve has to do their own thing, and they're gonna grow so fast. But I don't like Meta. Obviously, they're popular. It's Facebook, but I feel like Veve. Yeah, I don't have a very good reasoning for it. I just feel like they should be doing it by themselves. I feel like it's going to take away a bit from them, if they partner it with Meta. Like Veve could be big enough by itself. It doesn't need to partner up with them.
And Meta kind of has something. When I get it, I haven't been in there in a while, but I don't feel like it's all that great compared to some of the other stuff I've been in.
Yeah, it doesn't look. I don't know what engine they're building it on. There's been supposedly our Veveverse was supposed to be built on the Unity engine, but then David had said something like a week or two ago saying, "Oh, the Veveverse is going to look Unreal." Like that was a nod at, "Oh, actually, it's going to be on the Unreal Engine 5." So I don't know what to make of it. I don't know.
Well, OBL has said she watched it. She's got a comment down there.
I got to scroll. Okay. Not absolutely nuts. Quest Pro is so dang expensive. Yeah, it's competing with the Pico 400. Super similar attack, battle the hardware commands. Yeah, I think Kay tried to buy one, and he said it was like €1,300 or something, and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not buying it." Okay.
Wow.
But Facebook Facebook kind of died down a bit, like.
Oh, Facebook lost half of their market cap, and they're still bigger than Disney as far as market cap goes, but
so I feel like if anything, Facebook needs Veve more than Veve needs Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
How about you with that too?
I wholeheartedly. Sorry?
We're going to make a GIF out of Eva.
Facebook needs Veve more than Veve needs Facebook. Oh, that's so good. I've said that about OpenSea and Veve because I mean when you KYC, when they make it a law that everyone needs to KYC for digital collectibles or NFTs, no way does OpenSea stand a chance. Usership would drop 80%. But that Miles Morales, what up, dude? That Miles Morales comic might be pumping. That might be going through the moon. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. But the other thing I was thinking of is that, so going back to you guys' premise, your points, obviously it would be better for Veve's bottom line if they built the infrastructure out themselves, they built a device themselves, they acquired a company, or they just hired a bunch of devs to do it. But they don't have to share anything with Facebook if they did that. But to do that, again, this is a new technology. To do that and to build it on that would take like 3 to 5 years maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And how much revenue are they going to miss out on if they decide to do that, as opposed to just becoming an app on the new Meta Quest 2 or whatever it's called. So that's kind of my only concern. And you can't. I don't want to say you can't beat Facebook, but you don't want to take on in direct competition. Again, why I'm thinking, I try to play a little more conservative when it comes like this. We might be a multi-billion-dollar company, but Facebook is a multi-hundred-billion-dollar company, and in the bull market again might be upwards of a trillion. So that's kind of my resistance towards that, and why I wouldn't want to try it, just because I feel like while we're trying to build our own, but again, I could be just playing it too safe, and then that's
the only thing I'm thinking is we don't know how much they've already got done. They've been working on it for a couple of years already. We don't know how far they are. It might not be as long as 5 years.
I mean, the Veveverse, I'm pretty sure is they've built well into it. I'm talking about like having it on that, building their own thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say that they'll be part of like the Facebook metaverse, but just that as far as the device, if we're gonna have it on computer and phone, cool. But if we don't have it on AR, VR, I feel like we're missing out on some.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my thing.
I don't know if Wooba is saying that I'm a moon boy with what I said.
Dude, part with all devices at the moment, not build their own. Maybe Disney can help. I think he's cool. He's chill. I don't think he's really. If he's saying that we're moon boys, it's either just a joke or it's directed at me, because I'm always like, it's to the moon.
I'm a proud moon boy.
I'm not. Me too. I'm not offended. Like when I said like Veve doesn't need Facebook, Facebook needs Veve. What I mean by that is like Facebook is not a digital collectibles company. It's not like they didn't start with the metaverse. Veve is a digital collectibles company. Facebook is something else. They want to get into they started getting into the metaverse. Obviously, they're one of the first, but they're not the first. So
I would.
Veve doesn't need them.
Facebook is notorious for buying things that it either can compete with or things that it's a really good deal and undervalued, like WhatsApp and Instagram. So I would not be surprised if there was actually talks for them to try to buy it, to buy Veve. Now, obviously, that probably would have been, like a year or so ago but now, now they would have to justify spending billions of dollars to try to buy Veve instead of maybe, hundreds of millions or even $1 billion. So now it's going to get harder and harder for companies to buy Veve. Like in the next bull market, Veve is going to be worth $10 billion. Like how many people have that? Mm-hmm. Not too many. So how's that for moon boyish wubba wubba? The $10 billion company.
Veve is about 2 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Veve's a little older, but they've only had a working app for less than 2 years.
Yeah.
Isn't it coming up? It's in October, towards the end of October, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
That's when the app launched, maybe.
Yeah, I think October, November, or something like that. I know they started at the same time around Earth too, but not where else would you like to see? I mean, we already kind of have this partnership with Apple and Google just on their, in the Android store and Google Play Store and the Android Play Store. I'm sorry, the iStore. Where else do you want to see these guys? Do you want to see them on like Microsoft Xbox in the arcade? Do you want to see it, or do you think like I said, continue with their infrastructure?
I didn't hear the beginning of the question.
That was fine. Where else would you like to see the Veve app? Would you like to see it in like the Microsoft's arcade store, for Xbox, or maybe Nintendo's Play Store, downloadable there?
Yeah, the gaming systems. I would love to see them in the gaming systems, but I know they'd have to have the games for that. Well, no.
That's true. I don't.
they don't really have to have games. I mean, they can just go in there, and it would be cool to have them in the gaming systems. Even just play an AR. I mean, the set up your collectibles and like how the Vaultaholics do.
Yeah. I mean, if these Disney patents are truly about, let's say, like interoperability, I mean, what do you think happens to the collectibles, and what do you think happens first? Are people going to go for the Mighties first, then go for Golden Moments, then you go for the Pixar stuff? Let's say you can't have a Woody skin in the Disneyverse unless you have a Woody collectible. I don't know, like which ones go to the moon first?
Disney.
Golden Moments.
Well, I don't know, because you have the Mighties, and kids are going to like the Mighties, and if they can have those for skins and things, the younger kids would like that. But then you're going to have more of the older kids. They're going to like the more Disney type superheroes, like the more realistic looking ones.
If you take a look at if you go to YouTube and you search Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which is a show on Disney Plus, it's got tens of millions of views on their videos, and it's like, geez, I didn't, and I love Spider-Man. I didn't even know about that show, probably because it's geared towards kids, but apparently Greg Schultz, his son, really likes it, and our friend Juan, who's the kid's godfather, they watch together, and they're like like into it, like they're pumped about it. So apparently it's actually a good show, and I guess that's why they love it. Bam Bam, what was your kid into when he was like smaller? When he was like 5, or was he into like Cocomelon, or was he into like?
No, he's always. What was it first? Because he's all into the Roblox right now, and that's been for a while. But before that, it was what is that, a little Game Boy?
I have a big Dark Chaos clipped it.
Oh, I'm locked in.
Okay, yeah, he was in the Game Boy. Cool.
Send it to me. Sorry, I mute myself.
She's gonna hold me to it. She's gonna be like, "Look what you did at 5 p.m. Pacific time."
Oh wait, are we talking about what you said, or are you talking about my boyfriend hiding?
Oh,
no, I think that was what Fam Bam said. Clipped your yeah.
Send that to me still, please.
File it away.
Okay. So yeah, you family, you're saying he was into, you said Game Boy and all?
Yeah, those little handhelds, like I think it was Game Boy, Mario, things like that. So he's got a lot of those.
Oh, I used to love those things. The only times where I didn't really like the DS is when you like complete.
I said, yeah, that one, the DS.
Yeah, DS is when like you complete a level, because obviously you're looking down on it. Mm-hmm. So like you complete a level and then like the screen goes blank and then you see like your triple chin. You're just like, ah. It was the most disgusting. I'm pretty sure I stopped playing.
Stop talking bad about yourself.
It was funny. It was just like it's every time we want to go wrong.
Yeah, he still has those. What are they? Amiibos.
Oh yeah, the Amiibo hunting was great.
Yeah, he's got some cool ones.
That's a good point. Why David was probably in town that week, probably chatting with a bunch of Disney execs. I didn't even think of that. So stupid. I should have thought. Thanks, Vicente.
Or they're probably like artists too. Everybody, like, they've got I'm surprised they're not going to be there even earlier than Monday.
Fair. Did y'all enter for the Marvel MC1 raffle?
Yes. I was actually just talking to my coworker because we were talking about the other one that's on there for the Red Skull. And I was saying, I'm not going to put a lot of submit for a lot of those, because I'm pretty sure we're going to end up having more coming. And then right when I said that, he's like, "Oh, there's another one." So,
on Twitter?
Yeah, it was from Marvel though. So Marvel had tweeted out, if you're in their, what program is it?
It's some hold on, let's see.
Yeah, if you're in a certain program, you're entered in like a raffle to get a free MC1. They did one for Red Skull, and they're doing one for Marvel Comic #1, which is, they're giving out some good stuff. It's not like
wow.
And how many are these? like, do y'all know, is there something going on? Are they only doing like 5 of these? Are they, because it said week 1 and then it said week 2. So how many weeks are they talking about? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. And I'm also really curious about the mint numbers too. Like, it wasn't until recently when they said that, oh yeah, every now and then a couple of sub 41s are going to enter circulation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that device is meow.
What are you eating?
Crab meat.
You eat that alone?
And isn't that imitation?
Yeah, imitation crab meat.
It's okay.
That's actually good.
And look,
that would be good in this.
What? Oh, Cheetos. Eva, what do you have?
That's what I said. At least it's not chips.
Oh, is that
sushi? Do you want to? No, I was making. Well, I'm eating all the botched ones because my boyfriend decided to eat all the good ones. Hold on, I'll show you. It's like, okay, here. This is the first one I made.
Is that a lettuce wrap?
Still edible.
No, it's yeah, it's fine. It's still good. That's why I'm eating it off camera because it's falling everywhere. It's like a rice wrap.
Oh.
I'm trying to eat a bit healthier. Okay, there's like a bunch of veggies inside.
That's good.
But it's really good. It's really good.
I'm trying to eat healthier as well. I won't mention the 9 pieces of bread I had today, but I will mention just the crab meat with no fat and like no anything. It's just.
And in my defense, I only had 2 of these.
That's what they all say.
Because I needed something, like I haven't really eaten today that much.
Oh, I thought you were saying like two bags. I was like.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, 2 bags. This is the first bag, and this is the second. So. Or are you talking about them?
I was talking about Bam.
Oh, sorry.
You ate 2 bags of crab meat?
Well, I'm 1.5 so far, you know. Yeah. Oh, so if we're gonna play, I guess not devil's advocate. If we're gonna, lesser of 2 evils, who would you rather be? Would you be on like the Apple, whatever Apple comes out with, like their glasses, or would you rather be on the Meta like Head Quest thing?
I've never been an Apple person.
Yeah.
So, but if they have one that works really well and it's really like not as bulky, I might consider trying it. But I don't know. I mean, I've always gone, I haven't done Apple, so I don't want to get it. And then it's like, oh, well, you need an Apple phone and you need Apple this. And it's like, then I'm going to say more.
That's fair.
So I think Apple would be better, but I didn't think about what BB Fanbam just said. None of you have iPhone?
I got Android.
Yeah, with Apple products, the only thing I've always had an iPhone, so I got used to it. But I never now I'm on a Mac. I never wanted a Mac because when you buy stuff like that, it's only compatible with Apple products. Like if you want to download things for PC or whatever, you have to download a specific program. So I really didn't like that.
Yeah. So
if they start doing that with the glasses, then that wouldn't work because a lot of people, like my boyfriend is on an Android and he hates Apple products. So it's like either you love Apple or you hate Apple. There's no in between.
Yeah, I understand. 100%. I'm not a fan either. But just because I don't know, I've just used these for like 10 years. I've used it for so long. It just makes sense. Bob says Veve is providing us props for the metaverse, not building the metaverse. I mean, it's building the Veveverse, but yeah, you're right. The whole metaverse I think they'll all be interoperable one day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Meta's I've spent tens of billions. It's nuts how much they spent on this. Engineers. Yeah, I think 10,000 people are trying to work on it, which is insane. Basically, Veve definitely hired an outside company for the Veveverse, but I'm not sure how many employees that they have or what they're doing it on. Yeah. Ooh, excuse me.
Because Veve was saying, I think on one of the AMAs with Reese, he was saying that I think Veve has less than 50 people working there, and that's definitely not enough to build a metaverse.
No.
So it makes sense that they're working with someone else. 100%.
Yeah. I would love to see them acquire another company. Like I would love to see them do a cap raise of maybe like I don't know, a few $1 billion somehow. I don't know how they would do that if they're only worth like the 2 or 3 billion, but I'd love to see them do a giant cap raise and then to just buy like Square Enix or have them buy like Capcom or something and just absolute. I did. I did it wasn't a video on it, or no, maybe it was. I did a video on if because Disney right now is kind of warring with like Florida and DeSantis, and he might make a run for presidency in 2024. So if he gets elected, and let's say he gets elected 2 terms, this is a wild theory, but I really want your guys' opinion on it. If DeSantis gets elected 2 terms, 2024, 2028, and then say in that time, we have another 2 more bull markets. We have one in 2024, next Bitcoin halving, and another in 2028, and that Bitcoin halving. So let's say by 2029, OMI's worth like $1.50. And David and Dan have about 60 billion OMI total. They could sell most of their OMI, rack up $100 billion. If Disney's market cap doesn't move by that point, they're only worth about 180 billion. David and Dan could go, and it would take them. It'd probably take them a little over a year, but without really moving the price that much, their stock price. But they could essentially buy more voting rights than anyone else combined for Disney, and they could actually have a reverse merger, and Veve could actually buy Disney at that point. I know it's really wild and would probably never happen because they would never sell all that OMI. But what if?
It'd be cool to think about. What if?
I told David about it. He said, "Let's do it." Obviously joking because it never happened, but yeah.
Oh, how was that with him?
Oh, that was great.
Can you give us some details or nothing at all?
Come on.
I'll give you more details when I'm drunk at DCon, but I'll. So here is. So there was a whale dinner that I'd had before the dinner with David, and that was really interesting because you had 3 of the whales there happened to be in the same whale group, and 2 of those whales had actually never met. One whale is the guy we'll call. Well, I can say his name because he's the one that bought the Gary Baseman 1 So he's the one that's bringing me to the lunch with David in Anaheim. So he's one of the whales. He's good friends with our friend Juan, and they basically flew me out to VCon earlier this year to do whatever, and it was basically Juan brought his friend Greg, and that's how I met him, who happens to be Biden's campaign manager, and he happened to go and say like, hey, we have some OMI. Ernie's told us about this. We have some Veve NFTs, but we're very, very new. We're just trying to get our feet wet. What can you tell us about it? So that whole weekend it was just at VCon talking about OMI, and so all 3 of those guys were there. And in that group, them 3 plus a whole bunch of others that they're associated with but weren't there, have a total of about 1 billion OMI. And the other people that were there, 2 of them were in the Veve community that people would know. And it was there was no talk about even taking profit like this soon. It would be how much they can acquire, what they're stacking. They were stacking lightsabers like nobody's business, and Moon and Ernie has 201 of the Thor posters, and there's only 534 of those that were ever redeemed.
Wow.
So he's got like 35% of them. It is nuts. So they were just really talking about what they can stack. How long do they think we have? And we all kind of came to the conclusion that, let's say OUP article is released this month, which, it may or may not be. It'll definitely be released in Q4. Stuff might not get implemented till really late the end of the year, early next year. So the consensus among the whales is that anyone there could, by themselves, could move the needle point of the stock price or of the token price and make it go, up really, really quickly. But they're among like, hey, we're only due X amount each day so that they don't, shoot the price up. I will actually, by the end of the year, probably be coming into some talks about potentially buying the real Randy Chavez IP. It was insane. It was it was nuts. So I'll let you guys know. I'll get more details on that next month. But then the dinner with David. A quick story about the after party that David was at. So Mr. MC1 rented out some place. It was like a rooftop bar or wherever. He said that everyone has to pay for their own food or drink, which is fine, but he'll rent out the venue. It's like cool. So that's happening after the dinner with David and Dan. So I'm already a good, couple drinks in. Everyone's already a couple drinks in. And Mr. MC1 had left his card at the bar, and he told them like, hey, anyone that maybe forgets to pay or just doesn't pay, like whatever, just put it on his card. So he's being really cool. And then David comes in because he came straight to the dinner, straight from the con. So he had to go to the hotel, they had to change, and so they came a little bit later. He comes in and he orders 100 shots for everyone. So the bartender or like the manager is like, excuse me, Mr. MC1, Sanjay, your Asian friend just ordered 100 shots. And he's like, what? And he didn't know who it was at first. He just said like his Asian friend, so that he didn't know who he was talking about. But that was really fun. That was really cool. But David had said at the dinner, I asked him about raising capital and possibly acquiring other companies. He said like that's not off the table. Like there are things that we'll probably do in the future. And I was like, okay. Ron English was there too, so that was really cool. That was fun. And Dan's first appearance, Dan's wife, he was there too. So she was there too. So that was yeah. She's like she coaches Olympic swimmers because she was like some type of champion synchronized swimming place. So she was cool. Greg and Dan had gotten along really well, saying like, hey, I know what's coming down this pipeline in Washington. We could I could. There's some holes that are becoming. I don't know how good his relationship is with Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi being Speaker of the House. Nothing gets done without her knowing about it or gets her seal of approval. So them meeting was one of the best strategic things that could have ever been done. They knew about each other beforehand, the team and Greg and another buddy of mine, but but that was one of the best things that could have been done. So I'm very, very bullish. So it's not just Veve. Veve would be like 50th in line to go and say like, oh, SEC wants to go and chomp down on whatever. So we should lobby like the FTC, or we should lobby like Gary Vaynerchuk, Mark Zuckerberg, all of Coinbase, all of crypto are basically uniting together. Like SEC is Sauron, and the rest of the world is like Middle Earth, uniting under one banner to try to like make things okay. So he kind of alleviated some pressure with that. And then you have, I feel like if I give any actual details, they'll like ban my accounts. I don't know, I don't think I can do that.
That's what I'm saying. You can tell us off camera.
Publicly, I have to say that I cannot say anything. But the sentiment was really good. They have amazing things coming. Nobody can do. I'll quote Gary V from VCon says, "I can't do anything about the floor prices. Stop asking me." That's just people. They can't do anything about what it is. But they're using this time to build like nobody's business. And whatever I get towards the end of the year, whatever money I come into, outside of bills, most everything's gonna be going to Omi. Now there is stuff that I wanna, I want to continue stacking, Marvel Now 0.1s. I want to get some more. I want to complete the golden moments. I want to complete, a lot of sets of season 1. There's a lot of sub 100s of season 1 that just don't exist. They're not on the market, so you can't get them. But the general sentiment, it was, if I had never heard about Veve, or I had never heard about Omi or thing beforehand, I would be clearing my bank account for for pretty much for both. Adam Osmoface says, Randy, I found a box of music today. I swapped the digital only music, but I found 2 things you'd love. Do you want 2 CDs? Yeah, yeah, I love CDs. CDs are great. Um, so that is the. Thank you, Adam. Awesome face. You have my information. Um, what do you guys think about what I just? I feel like I just ranted for like a long time.
No, it's good. I mean, I know you didn't tell us too much, but at the same time, it still gets me excited. It's very, very excited.
So I don't know if apparently it's going through the grapevine that Al Khan had told a couple people about games and about I don't know when it'll probably next year, maybe in the year after, but I guess there'll be some games that may or may not happen in the future.
Nice. Do you think
You see these nuts?
He got you yesterday too.
Oh.
Got you yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Eva, were you here yesterday, or did you see the?
No.
Okay,
I think
so,
I watched this. Oh yeah, I watched just like the beginning, but then I had to go.
So he super chatted, says, "Can you explain why they keep saying D's like plural? It's like D's, like the letter D. Like I'm thinking like Piranha 3DD. I'm thinking like whatever." And then he said, "D's nuts, got him."
Yeah.
I was like, that's so random. Why does he want to send you CDs?
I thought it was like maybe something he found like the Beatles something or whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. But that was.
Did you ever listen to music from those big vinyls?
Yeah, those are.
Sounds really good.
You guys ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think yes. Wait, let me check.
There's one episode where Frank has he has a bunch of those vinyls, and they sound it's not clear. It's not like like a CD that's just like, oh, everything's perfect, and you don't hear any of like their mouth sounds. You don't hear but Frank gets like angry because he doesn't he doesn't like change. Doesn't want to change. He wants the old CDs. I think there's something about those old vinyls that they just hit different, and I don't know what it is. Maybe they strike a chord with something in you, but yeah, I thoroughly love those things.
Well, the sound is also a lot better than if you were to listen to a random CD. Like I used to have a flea market, an antique store, and I used to sell a bunch of antiques. And I had like a big record player, and I had a bunch of records. And so I would always like listen to the Beatles like at my shop, and the sound was so different. Like the music is very different.
Yeah, some of my favorite things to do when I'm on Lucy is just listen to old school music, and the whether it's like 50s, 60s, 70s, like they're all I don't know. It hits different. It makes you feel like you're there. Really weird to explain. Really hard to explain.
Yeah. Do you think Al's going to go to Anaheim? Or,
probably not.
I think he lives in New York. That's why he went to New York, right?
Yeah. But yeah, he mentioned something about games. I wish I could have. I didn't know he was coming. Like they tried to get him to go to the after party, and he's like, nah. That would have been great. I would. I love to have.
I figured he was going to make an appearance. Remember, there was that one community update, or no, the one where Al was on the video.
Yeah.
And I had told you, Randy, remember, like you were doing whatever on the island, and I was like giving you all the details, and I said, I heard them say something about see you in New York or see you at Comic-Con. They said something like that, and I was like, I think he's going to Comic-Con, and he did. So I was right.
Yeah, I had forgotten about it, and I only had the tickets for Thursday and Friday. Mm-hmm. And people were like, you take my ticket, and I was just I was so, this is how you're getting older. I was so drained from the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday like parties. Like not only Saturday was I just like, but Sunday I was also. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the up dog category about?
I wouldn't. Don't fall for it. I don't know. I don't trust it.
What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
I know. I've watched The Office many times, but I wanted see if I had said, "Oh, I know what you're doing," then he wouldn't super chat the extra $5. But if I said, What's up, dog?
Sorry.
And then so it that's what the yeah, good times. I would really like to. So David, Dan, and Reese are going to be on my 69-hour stream next week.
Yay.
So
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, it's next week.
Yeah, from the 20th to the 23rd. So next week we'll have the 20th in it on that Thursday.
Starts Thursday.
Yeah.
It starts Thursday. What time?
It's going to start at, I think, 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it'll go to the 23rd at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. At 10 a.m. on Thursday. I'm gonna see if I can work from home.
Bella, you don't have to. I'm gonna cut you off. You're only allowed to be on 10 hours a day. Only like if you want. You can
do what I want.
10 hours a day, Randy.
If she wants, like
she has a kid.
She was on the whole 33 hours last.
Wait, but what I really want to know, Fam Bam, is how does your kid okay, let's say you streamed for last time you streamed for like 24 hours. I mean, how old's your son? 12? 11? What does he eat when you're doing that?
He doesn't care. He's playing video games. He wants to play his games anyway. I mean, he'll pop in.
He must be the coolest mom.
I know. Like earlier when he just came over here, he was coming to shut my door because he wants to play music. And he's like, I'll just say hi real quick. And so he just comes over here and says hi.
He's so
I didn't tell him to.
So cute.
And yeah, so but I'm sure he'll jump in here and there.
He'll make an appearance too.
I have the breast cancer walk that I'm doing on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Maybe we can stream a little bit there. Just not a lot, maybe just for a few minutes or whatever. But yeah, I can see if I could work from home or something at some of that time. I don't want to miss. Yeah, work from home. They know,
work from home, and then they just see you streaming on YouTube. They're like, "We're paying this girl. We're paying this girl to stream
anywhere. They're not going to see anything. They'll just hear about it later."
That's true.
Maybe. But I don't want to. Are David and Dan are they going to do it separately? Like each one of them?
Yeah, I don't think they'll do it at the same time. I mean, I'll send David in the email, and I guess I'll reach out to Dan on Twitter or whatever, and I'm like, hey, I don't think they'll do it at the same time. If they did, that'd be OP, be powerful.
Because I haven't ever talked with Dan, in person, but not on video.
He's so good looking. He's just got this jaw. The jaw is just like, oh. I see what his wife sees.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, please don't come at me for this, but David is he's so cute.
He is.
I don't know if it's weird that I say that, but he's so cute. Like the way his face just lights up, and the way he sometimes he just starts laughing. I don't know. It's I just want to pinch his cheeks. It's the
That's what I tell people. I say he's adorable, and I'm like, but in a kid way, he is adorable.
I love him. There's always give him that big bear hug. He's just like, I don't know. He refills an energy meter in me. Both of them, both of them are just both of them are absolute units. But when it comes to being a workhorse,
I feel like they complement each other very well because David needs someone like Dan. Dan is very but David is all. I mean, I've never met Dan. I've never met David either. But they seem very down to earth. But yeah, David is a lot more playful. I feel like he wants to tell us all the information, and then Dan is just
and then that's where Alex comes in too.
Yeah,
Alex puts the hammer down. Just will you?
I remember David told me something at Comic-Con, because I had said something, and it's like, oh yeah, and then Alex was like, dude. What do you know? Do we know what day Alex got married? Did he get married on a Friday or Saturday?
Okay, when they did that toast, that was Saturday.
That was Friday.
No, it was Saturday. Was it?
We did
because y'all did the roof thing on Friday.
Yeah.
So I think he was getting married on Saturday because Alex tweeted it on Saturday, and then he was saying something about his heart was full for his big day, so it hadn't been yet. So I'm thinking it was Saturday. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Randy, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just said that Dan, and I'm just asking just because I'm curious.
Yeah,
Dan is married. Is David married?
I don't think so.
I don't know if he keeps that locked up tight. Like there is no mention of any partner,
Yeah.
intimate partner.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously Dan's business partner, but yeah. So I mean, so all the ladies in the chat like, it's possible. You're saying there's a chance? I offer myself as tribute. David wants to do a real collab. That'd be great. Fusion, yeah, I mean, the dude definitely has no time for dating. There's no time for yeah.
Probably doesn't even care.
No, but I mean, like, there's just no time for it. I'm sure the dude's sleeping 4 hours a night.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more if he chooses, but yeah.
I'm so excited for Decon.
So Apple stated that they would have it was featuring an AR section for AR apps that utilize their product best. That definitely has to be Veve. Like there's definitely Veve's at least in, maybe not the main one, but at least in that spectrum of it. I don't know, like what other apps, what other places are doing AR? Pokemon Go with the,
Yeah. Not a lot.
Because they don't have it for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. It's a fun game. It's a really good game, but they don't have that AR like aspect. That'd be so wild if they did. That'd actually be a really big game if Yu-Gi-Oh! Had that. Anyone ever watch that or play that back in the day? Oh, so good. Such a good anime. Damn, the mistress of the Decon Social Club. I love you. Can't wait for Anaheim. Wait, what's the Decon Social Club?
I don't know.
Oh, is that because
I have the groups going. The groups,
you're in a lot of groups,
and they're trying to get people. I have a Discord group that I made where it has like for Airbnbs or hotels or flight information, things like that for people.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. They so we started at the rooftop and then we went down to I'm pretty so I again we just gone to dinner beforehand and I was already a couple Long Islands in, and we get there and Pags buys me a drink and Greg buys me a drink and other people. So I don't know how I streamed that night for 35 minutes, like interviewing. I don't
only
really
35 minutes. I thought it was longer. That's why I was staying away from your videos. I was really like FOMOing, and I was like, I don't want to see any of this stuff. I'm so jealous.
Did anyone watch it? Because what was your impression of it? What was that like from a viewer's perspective?
You were definitely drunk. Is it the one where you had a drink in your hand and you were going up to everyone and like, say hi, say hi? Yeah. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but yeah.
I had a friend of mine that was telling me that you were like, oh, Randy's on fire.
But honestly, after seeing that video, and like I saw other people post about New York Comic Con, like the after party. I was like, what the hell did I do? Like New York is not that far from me. And that's why I'm like, I have to try to make it to Decon Anaheim.
Yeah.
Is it as big as New York Comic Con?
The con is like 30 times smaller, but the Veve fam, I think more of the Veve fam will be at Decon than they were at New York, because Decon I think it's $90 for like the whole weekend, and New York Comic Con, which by the way the hotels in Anaheim are like a third of the price of what they are in New York, so it's cheaper hotels, and the con it's at least I think $60 a day or $75 a day for the ticket, $90 for the whole weekend for the VIP at Decon. And again, the hotels are a lot cheaper. The airfare is probably similar depending on where you're going. But there's a lot more people going, because me and Fam Bam have this thing where we ran into Jeremy Padower at San Diego, and he's like, you need to pick a con, any con, and just roll in, like he said 50 deep. I think we're gonna roll in like 300 deep.
300 to 500 at least. And so Jeremy, it's Uncle Jeremy's fault for all of this.
Yeah.
We did it. We were just like, Anaheim.
He said he'd take us to dinner one night too. I don't know if that's still a thing.
Oh, I heard about that.
Randy, you're supposed to get a hold of him.
I'd feel so weird if I go up to like, hey, you're still gonna buy us dinner, right? I feel so awkward.
Like we have the recording where you said.
Or maybe I'll just say like, hey, are we still going out to dinner? because I want to give the man an exit if he's too bogged down with other stuff.
Yeah.
And this way, even if we go out to dinner, he's not obligated to pay for it. Well, not that he would care, but it's just, I don't want to.
You don't even have to go out to dinner, even if he just showed up.
Yeah, even if we just stop by.
Awesome. I love him. And tell him to bring Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin's cool. Kevin's awesome.
Who's Kevin?
He's someone that works at Jazzwares, and he's just just a nerd. He just really likes collectible. He just likes anime. So what did he win? He won like an Optimus Prime collectible or something at San Diego.
I don't know.
Yeah, he won something. I don't know. Actually, we should show Uncle Jeremy. This is a Squishmallow of his.
My son has his first Squishmallow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, against the Sauron. But yeah, so there's things that obviously he couldn't tell us, and things that he wouldn't be able to say because of like agreements, whatever. But there are some things that Veve specific things that he could just say whatever he wants because it doesn't matter. There's no agreements. It's just Veve specific things. So that's a really good reason to want to go to these events. So you can get like a sneak peek, maybe.
Oh, I need to go.
Yes, you do.
But the thing is, okay, so I was thinking if ever I do go, which is probably, it's probably not going to happen, but there's like a little chance. Before I was like 100% no. If I do go, I can't tell you guys, and I have to hide my face, wear a costume, and then just take it off.
Have like a cape.
Yeah.
So Brock has teased that he's teased oh, it was fun seeing everyone at DCon, and then he teased the same thing at New York, and I don't think he went. I don't know. I think he's just trolling.
I think so. I think he's just trolling. He didn't go.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I also thought that Brock was Foster Hill.
Oh yeah, everyone.
I've never thought that.
Yeah.
So I was looking. I was like, why do? Yeah, I was like, they definitely look like. The only thing was the way that he was holding David and Dan. The first one, I think, was Foster, looked a bit more reserved, and the other one looked like he knew them for a very long time. He was his arms were over his shoulder. I don't know. I was just analyzing the picture.
I have to send. Sorry, I haven't figured out I just moved. I haven't figured out my PO box. I will. I promise. This week, I swear. I'll get one for you. Adam, you're amazing. I love you, Adam Austin-Face. People keep mentioning dragons. Not sure why. No, there was no mention about the P word. There was no mention.
Just him wearing the jacket.
Why? Wait. So when he wrote that he's gonna be wearing a Pokemon jacket, I was thinking, didn't a bunch of people say on Twitter that when Veve announces Pokemon, they have to be wearing a Pokemon suit? So I was like, is that what he's trying to do? But then
I think he's tease us.
So there is a wind the clocks back about 8 years to 2014, where Nintendo and Netflix had an agreement for Netflix to make a Legend of Zelda series. Poppy, oh my goodness, hello, you are so cute. Oh, you'll get your little white paws, they're like little gloves, and your little nose.
I never realized until I was walking him in the street and people were like, he's so cute, he looks like he has, on his 4 paws.
Oh, baby.
Sorry, I shouldn't show that on camera.
People might not like it, but that is what peak male performance looks like. Oh, it's a cutie. Cute puppy. Babe. So it was in 2014, Nintendo had the agreement with Netflix to make Legend of Zelda series, and at the same time they had an agreement with College Humor on YouTube to make a Star Fox animated thing on YouTube. And then someone from Netflix leaked out that they had a Legend of Zelda agreement. And then Nintendo straight up said, nope, pulling out of this deal. Y'all can't keep your mouths shut, so we're not doing it. So and they canceled the thing with College Humor as well. And I was like, oh, damn. So back when I think they were trying to get their attention or they were trying to get them to come to the table, 2019, Akomi had tweeted out every couple of weeks, hey, Pokemon's not on the blockchain yet, but the person responsible for bringing it to America is our head of licensing at Veve. And they would tag Pokemon, they would tag Nintendo, they would hashtag it, and they took all of them down. They took every single one of those tweets down. So the only reason why you would take that down, or I guess two reasons why you would take that down. Either they came to the table and the deal fell through, and you don't want to have anything on there that teases it if if it's not going to happen, or that they have an agreement and they said, yeah, you got to take down all your tweets. We're not going to do it if it's going to happen. And the reason why I think that it might be the latter is because the former, even if they came to the table and they had a disagreement and said, no, not now, it doesn't mean that it'll never happen.
Yeah.
Just means that it's not happening right away. So if there is an agreement, they're no way are they allowed to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they tease. I don't know. I could be wildly wrong. Okay, falling down here.
I mean, I think.
Did you guys? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just.
Oh no, just falling down. All right, you good.
It just makes sense that we'd have Pokemon. It just makes sense. But I think they're just waiting. They're waiting for. There's a roadmap that they all have, and there's a time where it'll happen.
Yeah. Mr. Pags, Henry Paguka, is absolutely convinced that we have it, and I don't know if he knows. I mean, he's a whale, so maybe he had like conversation and David let it leak that they had it. I doubt, because I feel like Pags would have definitely told me if we did, but he's just convinced that we have it, and I'm not 100% sure why.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, Alfred Kahn played a huge part, you know, in like, he's not the creator of Pokemon, but technically he is. You know, he's the one who called it Pokemon, and who brought it to the world outside of Japan. But like David, I think still has the license, if I'm not mistaken.
He has it in New Zealand,
distributing. Yeah. So like, there's two people. It's not like there's just one person involved. There's two people involved in Pokemon.
And Jeremy Padower, who's an advisor.
And exactly. And he wouldn't. I mean, Veve would not release Pokemon right now. It just does not make sense.
Also,
yeah,
him wearing that jacket. If we did not have Pokemon,
yes,
he would be rubbing it in our face. Like I don't think he would do that if we didn't have it, because it would be more like, oh yeah, you don't have this.
So there's and I don't know if David would even want to do this high level chess move, because it might be seen as disrespectful. But let's say if behind the scenes, like, I don't know if you're ever fighting like with your partner and you get to a party, but you have to be like, put on like a facade, or put on like that you're not fighting, keep up appearances. Just because we have an agreement with Marvel and we're making Marvel a lot of money, maybe some things aren't the best. Maybe Marvel, I don't want to say it's getting too big for the britches, because they're Marvel, but maybe David or Dan had said like, hey Al, wear the suit, wear the jacket, just to remind them that they're not the biggest ones out there, that there are other ones that are there, that they have options. Kind of like when the U.S. does put sanctions against Russia. Okay, we're not allowed to deal with you. We'll deal with China. And I feel like maybe I don't know. I don't think David would do that. I don't think it would have been that, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with Fambam. I think he was just trying to because I mean, we analyze everything when they were doing the AMAs. I mean, when they do AMAs, we analyze their background. We start taking screenshots. Like, they know that we're detectives in the community. So why not, it's probably fun for them, to tease us here and there. I definitely think we have Pokemon. And I think the license with Marvel, the agreement that they have with Marvel, I don't think that there's anything going on there, negatively. I think that, just the fact that it's the second time that they're at Marvel's booth, it just shows how strong their partnership is. It's a lot stronger than we thought, We thought before they partnered up for these events, we thought it was just, okay, they have Marvel NFTs, just like they have Disney NFTs, but clearly there's a very strong partnership there.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And they made it more of a presence, with these, that Red Skull and the Marvel #1s that they're doing. And then they interviewed Reese on the live stream. Like there's a bigger presence recently. So
and
I'm a okay.
I would say they retweeted us out, and they've been doing. I feel like they've been doing more advertising. But yeah, you were saying.
For sure. No, I was just saying. You know when they dropped the red variant Marvel?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what it's called. I'm actually a bit disappointed because when that came out, I thought that it was going to be just like the Disney Golden Moments, where it's going to be like something, there's going to be more. And I think they said there was going to be more of them, but like they dropped one, they didn't drop anything after. We're just like, it's like kind of like by itself. I think it would have been really cool if they created like a series, like Marvel Moments. I don't know, change the name, but like do something that has to do with that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of two different things. I was thinking of either them doing it with the Sinister Six, with Doc Ock, and they had a chance to do it with Mysterio, which they didn't do it, a red variant of those guys.
Yeah.
Or they could say like, hey, we're just doing the normal drops with these normal things, whatever. But let's say 10 out of each drop would be a red variant. And it's just like a super chase where it's like, oh, this is a 1 of 10. It might look exactly the same. It's just shaded red. That would be so freaking awesome.
That would
and maybe
be
they'll
such
do that
a cool idea.
Because that would make it sell out as well. That would 100% make it sell out. Because people are degenerates like myself, and you want to get the chance. And now that we have metadata, I just farted. I'm so sorry. Now that we have metadata, you'll be able to see, oh, there's only 6 or 7 of these minted. That means there's 3 more left. So I feel like, you'd be able to.
And I think it will be bigger later. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Eva.
I was just going to say, Randy, don't ever change your timeline.
No, I remember, at the kickoff party, and you were interviewing Taps, like at the bar, the first bar.
Yeah.
And you were interviewing Taps or whatever, and like I was over there. I was drunk. I was so drunk. But and then I like walked over by you, and he's like recording, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I farted." I was like, okay, like I don't even know.
Like no one heard that.
I'm sure
that was not necessary.
So many times when I'm streaming, and at the beginning of like my stream is like, guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, and then I'll get up to give them like the hug, and I guess like the pressure that I'm exuding in my stomach to like get up, I could basically go. I was like, oh, sorry about that, guys. Like great way to start the stream. Like I've done that with videos too, where I could easily redo the video, but I was like, nope, too late. I already did the Patreon member shout out.
That's so funny. But you need to find a place, because you're not in your old apartment anymore. You need to find a new place to put all those names.
I know. I can't stream downstairs because the downstairs, like the Wi-Fi signal isn't strong enough. I keep going in and out. So I'm thinking about getting like a Wi-Fi extender or just, and if I do that, I can do it on like a wall, or my friend's dad just dropped off a fridge. I could put it kind of next to Daffy, kind of next to my thing, and then maybe do that. And I don't need a window. I don't look out the window anyway, so I could just, maybe do something like that. I'll give that a shot. Gabriel Druin says, Venkatesh did mention Marvel Mighties coming up in my drunken podcast on the rooftop. And Venkatesh, I don't know if you'd be able to help build that, because he's the owner, Epico Regal guy. He's like the CEO of Epico Regal. And I think he has like 2.5% of the Comey that he owns. But he said also in a previous interview, Robbie Ferguson, the CEO of Mutable X, said Marvel game coming soon. So maybe that would, I don't know. I mean, David was really excited when he saw it, had all the Marvel Mighties.
But he gets excited over everything.
That's true. That's a good point. I don't know. Do you think that would, I mean, if you see a game, what would you rather the game have? Would it be like the Disney villains? Would you rather have Marvel Mighties? Would you rather have Mermacorno Racing? Mermacorno Racing would be fun, yeah.
That would be cute. But I do like the Mighties. Having the Marvel Mighties.
I don't like the Mighties too much. Like, I'm not a huge fan.
But as the game.
Yeah, as a game, I mean, when they came out with the Mighties, I was like, this is for sure going to be a game. Mm-hmm. But nothing, I don't know. And then when those villains came out, this is something that I think about all the time. When the villains came out, I don't know if you guys remember, David, you made a post and he's like, what do these all have in common? And like, I started researching a bunch of things and turns out they're all in a game. But then he never spoke about that again.
Wait, can you send me that? Do you have a screenshot of that?
I made a post about it.
When?
Quite a long time ago when it dropped.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Several months.
I don't know how to search for that, but yeah, that'd be.
I'll send it to you on Instagram. That's the easiest way to find it.
So the Invisible Digital, his kids love Spider-Man and Amazing Friends, and they own every toy, and most are sold at Target. What's your guys' interpretation of the Target article that linked in Target potential partnership?
Okay, I was looking when I was going through the Marvel today and submitting for the raffle on the, and you go through and you get more points so you can keep entering.
Yeah.
There was one I saw about Black Panther, and it said something about Target and augmented reality. So I was reading the article. At first I was thinking Veve, but then from what, after reading more, I don't know. But there's supposed to be something going on, like going into Target and with Black Panther, and you can scan a QR code, and there's something going on right now in Target. It started like October 3rd.
Okay.
So, but it's in there. If you go to the Marvel where you go, let me see which one. I'll have to find it. But, gosh, first I got to find the whole. But so anyways, but from what I think you saw my comment previously, they already have some things like that. Like my son, he loves, Roblox, and there are these little, I should get them.
They have them?
Well, he has some on his backpack. So they're just these little bags, and they're like blind box, and there's different rarities. And then the most rare, there's like 2 or 3 that are the most rare. If you get that in the bag, then it comes with a code, and you redeem the code in the game, and he gets something in there. And then, so Target's already doing some things like that. And I can definitely see Veve being involved in some way.
Fambam, do you mind repeating the beginning? I didn't hear. What was it, a Target?
With Veve thing and Target, remember that article that we were reading? Was it like yesterday or whatever? There's something in that Marvel where you do the raffle.
Okay. And
it was saying something about Black Panther and at Target and augmented reality and scanning a QR code. And but it didn't say anything about Veve. It didn't seem, first I was thinking Veve, but then when they're talking about like scanning the QR code in the store and other things going on, that's when I didn't think Veve, but I don't know.
So I just got this post from Eva from April, and it is, for those of you that are, oh God, you can't see it, hang on. Basically, David Yu says, what do these villains have in common? Hashtag Veve, hashtag everything, and it's the, and it's the Disney villain. So I'll ask him about this as well. I'm really curious as to why he hasn't mentioned that again.
They never spoke about it again. I mean, the other thing that I can think of is like, no, when he posted it, I don't know. I mean, they each have music, but like I don't think he would have made that post for the music, Like they haven't. I don't know.
Interesting. But I did a deep dive on that. I messaged the lady on LinkedIn. She never got back to me. But there was a post that was on Facebook. Somebody posted like the messages, like, I don't know if you should do that, but it was saying like, hey, what was your source? Where did you see that, Veve partnered with Target? And she said, well, Veve partnered with Marvel and Marvel partnered with Target. And like, that was it. Like, that's all she said. So I was like, so she's just assuming, like, I don't, unless she like misspoke and people found it and she's like, oh, I shouldn't have said this. Or she just said something that's like, oh, actually, this is how I interpreted it. I didn't mean it to be interpreted like this. Either one of the two. So until Veve says it, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I can get too excited. Yo, what up, Jess the Harvesting Frog?
I'm trying to find that article.
Thank you, Terry from Australia. It was a trooper. That's true. Fama went all the time last time. I'll I'll go. I'm gonna try to be a little healthier this time on the 69-hour stream. I'm gonna sleep for more than 4 hours, and I'm gonna maybe go to the gym, and I'm gonna maybe I'll take y'all on a run.
A day in the life of Randy.
That's why. What is it? Black family have a bigger social presence than Randy. So whatever.
You might. How many followers do you have on Instagram or Facebook? You might. I don't know. I'm not big on Instagram.
Oh, I don't do a lot on Instagram. I just kind of started, but yeah, I don't know. Oh shoot, I don't want to back out. Dang it! I had just found the article.
No. Apparently Al does Comic-Con every year. I feel like I've never seen him before at Comic-Con. I've been going for like 10 years. I feel like I haven't seen him there yet.
Yeah, I think I only have like 1,400 followers on Twitter.
Oh, so speaking of epic videos, there's I don't even know if I could show this. Let me listen to this. Oh, like give me 1 sec. All right, so there's does anyone know Captain Kirk from Caliscope?
Kirk?
We call him Captain Kirk from Caliscope. He used to have like a lot of hair, and then he shaved it all. Like I didn't recognize him. I was like, oh, you shaved all your hair. You cut it off. There's a video of him, and he's holding a peak. Like, so we just had like an impromptu like lunch at Comic-Con. Mr. Rolex paid for like everyone's. It was actually there was 2 lunches. He paid for both of them. He's a wild man. And we're like, oh, we should all like get like a stuffed Pikachu and take a picture with David. I was like, no, we can't do that. So he got a stuffed Pikachu and was talking to Reese at Comic-Con. And they're opening up Pokemon cards. And then he says something at the end of the video like, don't touch it. And I don't think it really matters though. But that was, I always said like, don't touch it, K, something like that. But yeah.
Well, if anybody wants to read that, this is the article. Let me see if I can get it to you.
Can you send it?
I hate this thing.
Announces new Black Panther Wakanda something collaboration. Target announces new Black Panther Wakanda something collaboration. Forever? Forever.
See it? It's it's in there, the Marvel, where you go to get for the raffles. Just checking in.
That's true. You got that.
Heather's doing the name tags though.
Oh, nice.
You've seen it, Randy?
I have. I'm in that. I forget I'm in that. There's so many groups.
Like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, you have your name.
Right, since you both are going to Decon, what day is the like? If I was able to go just one day, what
Saturday.
day would it be? Saturday? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Saturday night too.
Sorry.
Then you'd have to stay for Saturday night also, because that's going to be the big party.
There'll be multiple parties, I feel like.
But Saturday's going to be the big one, like where whatever they're planning.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's when I'm giving that stuff out that we can't say.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, I thought that was happening at New York Comic Con.
No.
Okay.
She wasn't in New York Comic Con. She'll be at the Decon though.
Decon?
Oh yeah, where's Dino? Dino's not here. That'll be a good one. That'll be trying to think that. Yeah, so if you can try to go Saturday, but even if you can on Saturday, Friday's still a good day. There's still a party. But it'll be a little more intimate on Friday. There might only be like 50 people there. I suppose it's Saturday where there'll be like hundreds.
Yeah.
Wait, you're saying on Friday at the Decon?
Oh no, I'm talking about the after party at Decon.
Oh, you guys have after parties every night?
Oh yeah.
You have to.
You're like, maybe I should do this.
Well, it's like a 6-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
I was checking a few things. It's a 6-hour flight from here. The only thing is, like, I might make it work. I'm not 100% sure, but if I do, it's going to be very last minute.
You can come in. Yeah.
Are the tickets, like, do they sell out quickly?
No. You're good on the tickets. Like, I didn't decide to go last year until like 2 days before, and no problem with tickets. I don't know.
Yeah, because if I decide to go, it's like, yeah, maybe like a week before. I'll have to get the flight. I'll have to get the hotels, like everything last minute.
Don't worry, we'll smuggle you.
Yeah, we'll get.
I would come with my boyfriend.
Yeah, so so a buddy of mine, I don't know if I can say her name on here. She'll be going and from like Wednesday through Sunday or whatever. I think I might stay with her Wednesday night because so the place she's getting has 2 beds. So you and your boyfriend could probably stay with her for at least one night because 2 beds. Unless you guys are traditional and sleep in separate beds, like I Love Lucy and it was like me and Foster were in one bed this weekend. That was rough.
Foster, there's something going on there.
They said there was not a single room with 2 beds.
There wasn't. There's 32 floors.
That's what they're saying. We'll just stick with that story.
That's what I was told.
I'm just kidding.
I swear.
I'm just kidding.
But me and Taps, I think, have consistently had 2 beds. We everywhere we've stayed, there's a bed for each of us. But me and Taps could share a bed if you and your boyfriend wanted to stay with us.
I mean, unless we don't find, because I'm gonna look for a hotel that's near the decon. Unless I don't find anything, then I'll have to make something happen. But I could always rent an Airbnb or.
Well, we have an Airbnb. That's what I'm saying. If
yeah, but you only have an extra couch, though.
No, I would sleep on the couch.
No.
Oh, you're so nice.
Yeah. But so there's Sparky. Okay, Veve Magic had to end up. She went and got her own place because she wanted to be closer to the convention center. So it's going to be Sparky, Wendy, Brittany, and me. We got an Airbnb.
So Brittany's been texting me every now and then, but I feel like she's still sick. I feel like she hasn't really been active.
Yeah, I texted her today too, and she hasn't responded. She said she needed some time, like really kicked her butt and like emotionally and things.
Okay.
But that was like almost a week ago. So okay. I tried to text her today, and I haven't heard anything back. So if somebody wants to reach out.
I spoke to her, not that long ago.
I'll shoot her a message and be like, hey, just
I don't know, poor thing.
Has she been active on utilities?
No, she's been like COVID must have really hacked her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look her up and see if she's been active.
So while we do that, I wanted your guys' thoughts on the Walt versus Veve logo. For maybe about an hour or 2 yesterday, the Veve logo had surpassed Walt. What do you guys think of that? Which one are you bullish on more longer term? Which I think safer? Which I think has more upside? Let me know.
With the logo, go ahead, Eva.
The partner statue. Maybe I'll change my mind when I get the Veve logo, but for now it's the partner statue because that's the one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the Veve logo might be safer just because it's Veve. They're giving it utility. But no, actually, sorry, I don't know why I said that. The partner statue is safer because of it's a very recognized piece.
Yeah,
it's like the first series of golden moments. I think. It's,
Yeah, I think Partners is definitely a lot safer. I think Partners is definitely a lot. Yeah, everyone will want that. I think there's a video somebody sent me. I don't know how many tens of millions of views it had, where Christina Aguilera is singing something like in front of the partner statue at Disney. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same thing. But I also think the Veve logo could take off more in the future. They just gave it some utility. I think there's more utility coming. They're just kind of seeing, like they're going to see how it goes in Anaheim with whatever they have planned. I think there can be plans later of like, okay, if you have the logo, you get this special dinner with us, or we're going to have this special trip. Like it can grow into a lot, and we're going to have to see that.
Yeah, so obviously we have the utility for the logo for like 2 years at least, but I don't know what I'll use the alligator Lokis as a trial run when I go to Florida and I pay for everyone's Omi tattoos, and or maybe I'll do it for Speaker Rare Storm when Black Panther comes out. But I want to do something awesome with it. I want to have like a super epic meetup at some point. But then I feel like that because I know people that don't have a logo that are awesome people that I want to like hang with. So I don't know what should I do, guys?
What do you mean?
What
You
You should really get it.
What utility would you want it to have?
The logo?
Yeah.
I mean, I like what they're doing. Like, if you come to this event and show us the logo, we'll give you stuff. Like, we can see what that's going to be about. And it can be pretty cool. And I think that's how they're testing it out. But I think it would be really cool to like, hey, we're going to all have this dinner. And I mean, a lot of people have logos. Like Sean has it. Wet Wizard has it.
Could be hundreds of people. Yeah.
Veve has it. You and I have it. Like, we have some cool people that like, it'd be great. But we can just go do that on our own too.
That's true. We don't need the logo. Maybe it should be like, I don't know, like I'd buy you a beer or something. I don't know. But then that's too cheap, Like who's going to spend?
What about like, those after parties that you guys have been having? What about if you could only attend those after parties if you have a Veve logo?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that, but I know people that don't have one that I really like, and I want them to go to the parties too. But yeah, that probably would be really fun, especially if it's like an open bar somewhere. Like I'm sure it's not that hard to spend, rent out a place and get an open bar for like $2 or $3 grand, and then have, just have a great time, or like karaoke in there, chocolate fountain or something. Oh, it sounds so good. I'm so hungry.
And they have that partner statue group where they're giving it utility. Like, whoever has a partner statue, there's a website that they have.
Oh yeah.
But it's only things in the US.
True.
But we can try to mimic that in a way. I mean, it won't be as good as partner statue.
Club, yeah. No, it could be really good. But the reason why I like, some people might, I don't know, like the Veve logo is, I feel like Veve has a lot more, I know Veve has a lot more freedom with the utility that they bring with the Veve logo. But then Disney, it could be something bigger. It's just that Veve can't really it has to be agreed upon with Disney.
Yeah.
But
that's true. It's a board game.
Yeah, that's so the cards that you saw on that post, it was from that board game. It's just weird that he never spoke about it. I feel like maybe not enough people said something about it,
or it was something he wasn't supposed to talk about, and then he got reprimanded.
That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to ask him.
I'll ask him in the.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make you a list.
Yes, please do.
Questions.
Everything's a grail to our Veve God. Yeah, what up, Willow Kid? How's it going? Oh, Corey's going to San Diego next year. All right, 2023. Saying that as Canadians, that's the event we should crash.
Well, I'm gonna okay, so San Diego, no, not San Diego. Wait, San Diego is the first event in 2023, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as of 2023, I'm making a promise on live right here that I will be going to every single event, like if it's in the States, in the US. If it's like London or whatever, that's a little further, so that might be a bit harder. But the United States of America, I'm coming.
Yeah.
USA.
Hopefully it's starting with November.
You guys, I'm like, what the hell am I doing here?
I mean, this is the only time you'll really be able to get the Veve logo. I mean, me and Fam Bam shouldn't have said anything, because now that we're going to try to get you the ticket anyway.
You should be like David. Eva created a whole course on Veve. She spends so much time talking about Veve. Just give her the freaking ticket.
I did mention you in the dinner where
really?
We were talking about just content creators, and I said, yeah, that people like you, Jumpstart Janie, and Kyle, like a lot of the new people had to be like women, a lot of them inspired by Wendy when she first came in. So I did mention you and Fem came up too, because she was part of the 33-hour stream.
No. Oh, what'd they say about that?
You guys,
David just told the story about how he got
Legal?
texted. He got texted by legal saying like, "Hey, they're." I don't know. I think legal definitely came and just read the comments and wasn't listening to me, saying that like you should stream until David comes on, and they sent him a text. They're like, "David, you got to do something about this. That someone's gonna die."
Yeah. And I think it was 3 times on there where he told us like, go to bed, get your rest, or I don't remember, but there was like 3 times in there where he was kind of like your health is very important.
and then we stayed on like 4 hours more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What hour did he come on? Do you remember?
30.
Hour 30.
Yeah, hour 30 he came on. Hour 33 we stopped because he was on for about an hour, and then we talked about it for a little bit afterwards.
Yeah.
And then we kind of closed it out.
And then it was
And then I went
crazy.
Crazy. Have I told you? Yeah. So Foster had this. Foster sleeps with a white noise machine. I don't like.
I love white noise. Well, a fan. I have a fan.
Okay. Yeah. But he's like, we were streaming like a couple hours, like, you know, and he said like his voice is literally gone. So I'm thankful that either I'm used to it or I just have the gene where it just, I don't know, I could talk for a long time and it not destroy me.
Lots of practice.
Yeah. How was your voice after that 33-hour one?
Mine? It was sore.
Yeah, but you seem fine.
I talk a ton because there was a point where I was just like comatose and I was just propping myself up with pillows. That's when I said, you guys were really getting on to me to go to sleep. And Wendy was texting me and everybody was just like, good. And I was like, if David comes on here, I'm going to be mad. And then 20 minutes later, David popped up.
Yeah.
So if I went to sleep, I would have been so mad at myself.
Thank God for Wendy, because me and Kyla, I was like, yeah, I need a break. I had to go to the washroom. I was like, I'm going to take like a 5-minute break.
Oh, yeah. She was out walking her dog, too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everybody went to walk their dogs.
Yeah.
We were all talking, and it was like Max and Kayla. What is her name? Kayla, Wendy.
Tyler.
Like so many of them. They all went to walk their dogs, and it was like.
Yeah, Randy texted me. Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, your name is Randy. Her name is Wendy Chavez Lopez. What are the chances that you guys have such a similar name? Randy.
Chavez
Lopez.
I think this is why people like ship us together, because like we're both brown and we have similar. we both have 2-syllable first and last names ending with "ez." Yeah, I can see it. I can see why.
Yeah, but thank God for her, because she texted me. She's like, David's on. I stopped whatever I was doing. I ran to my computer and I did not say a word the whole time. I was just there like this looking, because I get super shy. I'm like, I want to ask so many questions, but
yeah, I was too.
Nothing's gonna come out properly. So.
Yeah, there were times where I was like kind of waiting for people to talk. I was like, okay, I'll keep going.
Yeah, and I couldn't even function. I didn't even realize a whole hour had gone by. Like I thought it was like 20 minutes, and y'all were like, no, it's an hour. I was like so out of it at that time. I had to go rewatch it just to even hear everything that was said.
Yeah, I swear, if I'm on a run, when they decide to come on, I'm gonna be super salty. I'm gonna be like running back.
That's what I'm saying. Like I will work from home. Because if they're on there, I can work, and then if somebody can let me know, like, hey, Dan's coming on or whatever, I would like to be on there with Dan, like, because any of them, of course, and all of them, but I haven't been on with Dan yet, and I think that would be really cool. I mean, I've talked to them, like talked to all of them, like in person, but it'd be really cool to.
That is great. So me and Tabs talk. We just got the hotel in for Decon, so we'll be there. We'll be streaming. I'll take some videos of him. Me I'm gonna get some singles. I'm gonna make it rain on him.
So is he coming by himself? He's not bringing his fiance?
No. He's this is a solo one. Okay. So after one of our streams, I got to meet her, and then she's just like, "I'm on to you, Randy. I know what you're doing." I was so called out. I was like, "How does she know?"
You know nothing.
No, nothing John Snow. Yeah. Can't forget the doors. Their logo, long-term partners. Oh, nice. Yeah, I want to sweep that floor too. I wanted to get the number 42 and 43 because they were listed for like a total between both of them for like 9K or 10K. And then someone bought the 43, and then I told people, guys, number 42 is so undervalued. It was 5K. It was like less than double the floor, and someone bought it. So my dreams are torched. Oh, dude, I would love a Christina Aguilera golden moment. I'd love if you could have any singer be like a Disney golden moment, who would you want it to be?
Dolly Parton.
Oh, good answer.
There you go.
I have no idea.
I'd want either Avril Lavigne or Tay Tay. You know, Taylor Swift.
Since I saw a video of you, I don't remember. I think it was on Instagram. You were singing an Avril Lavigne song, and I was like, I like that song, but I didn't even hear it. I just heard you singing.
Wait, was it a story?
It's probably Skater.
Or was it my?
It was. Hold on. I put it on Spotify, and every time I listen to that, I think about you. Hold on.
So this is you're gonna hear some you're gonna see some hot Chavez when he was just out of the military, and I was all lean AF. Did they? Oh, okay. I thought they like deleted it, but Instagram's just slowly loading.
Where is it?
I might not be able to play too much of it because it's what do you call it? It might be copyrighted. But I think it was Britney Spears. If this is the video that I'm thinking of.
No. It was Avril Lavigne Rock and Roll.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, the rock and roll one. Yeah. So it wasn't that one. Dude, look how young I was. It was only 5 years ago, but it was Britney Spears that I was saying. Oh, was it on TikTok, Eva?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Randy, one day I was drinking. I don't drink much. Okay, one day I was drinking with my boyfriend, and I was like, I was pretty tipsy, and I'm just like going on I'm just looking at a bunch of TikToks, and I don't know. I fall on your TikToks, and I start looking at all your TikToks from the very, very beginning. Randy, there's one TikTok that you made. Oh my god, the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know what you're talking about.
Your ex-girlfriend, I guess, walks in.
Oh, I saw that.
And he's just singing all emo. What was it? Tonight's the night.
Oh, that was okay.
I don't think that was bad though. I don't know why it was.
I cried while I was laughing. It was the funniest thing ever. Tonight.
Wait, was it that one or was it don't waste your time on me? It was tonight's the night. Tonight.
Oh my God. Just picturing the whole situation, I was like, oh my God, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
So that's not the only, like, did you see the other time when it was like a week later, where I was in the bathroom mirror, same thing, but I was going like, Ken, like that one.
You were imitating a movie or something?
Yeah, it was Fanboys from the Star Wars movie.
That's the one. I don't think that was a bad thing. I don't know why.
Because it was like,
imagine walking in on your boyfriend talking to himself in the mirror. I'd be like,
I would laugh and I'd start joining in.
I'd be like, what the hell is going on here?
No, dude, I completely forgot about it because I was looking for that also, and like I couldn't find it on my own TikTok. I'm so dumb.
Yeah. So guys, whoever's watching right now, go on Randy's TikTok.
Link down below.
Look, first of all, like all his videos, follow him, and then go all the way at the bottom and look for his. Look at all his stories, all his videos. They're so funny.
One of my favorite ones. I can't play it because of the music, but I'm in the car and I'm screaming "United States of Smash." That's one of my favorite ones also. I can't play it because the music's on there, but that was so good.
Okay, wait, I have to find the tonight's the night. Just that little part where you say it.
Oh yeah, do that.
Do it.
Here's my impression of Doodle Bob from SpongeBob. This is what he said.
The chances that I open TikTok and you're the first person I see.
I never see his don't pop up for me, and I go on there and I like everybody's everything, whatever. I want to have to.
Oh, dude, I feel like I explained this to Janie because I felt like such a creep because like I would open up TikTok and it's Jumpstart Janie and she's talking about something like, oh, I'll give that a like to support my friend, and then I look at the comments and it's from like July and I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna think I like scroll back through her stuff. And
I don't even care. I just go and I scroll and I just like everybody's everything. I don't care how far it was or whatever. But then when I noticed the same like little icon of the same person, I was like, and if it's a guy especially, I'm like, okay, I don't want them thinking like, okay, I'm skipping that one. I've already liked like 5 of them. Let me skip a few.
Yeah, I feel
it's gonna look weird. But I just like to, be supportive and, give everybody some likes. Okay, I found Randy.
You find it, Eva?
Wait.
Does it say like I shortened my relationship like 5 years?
Did she break up with you that day?
No. No. So it was.
That would be horrible. We're over here like, oh, look at this video.
So the funny thing about it, I can laugh about it now, is that it was the same day as the Darth Vader drop, and she's just like, she and rightfully so. She was saying like, I feel like a lot of your attention goes elsewhere. You do all these things with everybody else, and not a lot of attention goes to me, which is fair. I have a big life energy. I have a lot of friends, a lot of big commitments. And while we're in the middle of breaking up, I say, babe, give me like 5 minutes. I got to go for this Vader drop. I wasn't missing Vader. So that just final nail in the coffin. I'm pretty sure that's what, if anything could have been salvaged, it's done.
You made a video about that. That would have went viral.
I should.
But see, that's why I have to like, somebody made a Twitter post like a week or so ago, and they were talking about like, don't wear your back cowl. You know how they have the like Snapchat back cowls or whatever, you can like put them on. Don't ever wear your back cowl around a date or something, like don't ever. And I was like shoot, if they can't handle me wearing my back cowl, I don't want them. Like, if I was to date anybody, like they have to be into the NFTs and stuff like me. They have to, because there's gonna be that like I'm completely obsessed. And if somebody's not,
yeah, what are you going to talk about? Like, I feel like,
but then it's more of an understanding too. If it's like, hey, I'm going to jump on this video with Randy, blah, 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 and then it's like, okay. And then like, hey, I'm going to go do, and you just have that mutual feeling of like the understanding of the obsession. And
yeah, but that severely it severely limits my dating pool. Like you got like I mean, obviously you're single, Eva's taken, but you, at least in the Veve community, it's like 98% of my audience is guys. So for a single woman, it's not that bad. There's a lot of fish in the sea or feesh in the sea. But for someone like me, if I wanted to limit my dating pool to just the Veve fan or people into NFTs, that one, the group is small in general, and there's so few women. It's like how do you do that? How do you try to?
Just the right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That I actually never thought about that before. Like if I wanted to get back into the dating scene again, I always thought that it would be outside of the Veve fam. But then if they don't understand what I'm doing, then it might not.
It's so awesome if you found someone that was into Veve and Ecomi just as much as you are.
Yeah.
I've thought people like it's like you don't know, you'll meet her, the girl Stacy I was talking about. She like ships me with everyone. Like every time I have someone like on streams, like, oh hey, you guys have good chemistry. I was like, Stacy, like it's every person I have on stream. So I don't know. I'll think about it one day when Omi moons and I have I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it.
Because once everything like blows up and we don't have to work anymore, we can do whatever we want. I'm sure we won't be as like we are now, like on videos all the time. We'll still be that presence, but we'll also be enjoying some things that we weren't able to, the traveling and the different things. It'll taper off a little bit, but at the same time, you still wouldn't want somebody who wasn't at least a little bit into it as much as at least 50% of the obsession. And that'll happen more as time goes on. There's going to be more people that get into it.
I'm stupid right now. I don't hear her come in.
He's just watching.
Is that it? Is that it, Eva? Yeah, Eva, I think that's it.
I think so too. I just.
So I don't know that anyone else is
Where?
like in. What are you doing? I was like.
Yeah, I think it's this one. Can I put it? Can I?
Play it. Hold on.
I give you permission.
So the title is called "How Seth Rogen and Star Wars May Have Ruined My Relationship."
Well, that's not the tonight. But you can play that also.
That's not the tonight.
No, I thought it was, but that's the fanboys one where I'm going, and I'm off.
I need to find the tonight because I really want to hear it.
Yeah, me too. I looked for it. I couldn't find it.
Give me a few moments.
Yeah. Go. So, Fama, I thought about. You found it? Okay.
My YouTube fame and emo lifestyle has betrayed me.
Yeah.
Can I play it?
Yeah, but play the whole thing. Full blast.
In bed, girlfriend is walking the dog, and then go in. I just decided, all right, I'm gonna get, my Twitter messages. I want to go through a couple of my message requests, and then I see one in my Twitter request called "I'm deleting you, Daddy." 10% complete, 35% complete, 60% complete, 99% complete. Error. True daddies are irreplaceable. I could never delete you, Daddy. Send this to 10 other daddies who give you cummies or never get called squishy again. So I'm like, okay, this is why I don't go into Twitter message requests. And I just decide I'm going to ignore that one. And I go to the bathroom and I'm going to reset myself and I'm going to come out and I'm going to play like Polytopia or something. I'm at the girlfriend's place.
I was drinking.
She's out walking the dog and I go. And as I'm like wash my hands, look at myself in the mirror, I'm like feeling myself, feeling a little emo. And like, you guys know the song, like, tonight's the night I'm gonna fall for you. I decided to sing that, but like really emo-ly. I was like, tonight's the night. And I'm like feeling myself in my that made oatmeal shirt, comment down below if you like Gilmore Girls. And then again, because it was bad, I don't hear the girlfriend come in with the dog, attached to the bathroom, that's attached to the bedroom, and she looks at me like in the mirror going like, tonight's the night, really disgustingly, and she left again. So I'm gonna when to continue to walk the dog. I was like, you need to like figure yourself out. So this
me, she went back. I was just picturing it, like her walking in on you tonight. Just like I'm going back to walk the dog.
Yeah. So, and like this is like a week after or a week before the Star Wars thing. And so like it was like 2 weeks in a row. I was like, oh man, she's like getting ready to leave. Yeah. What date was that? Do you know?
Oh shoot, I just closed that.
Oh, it's fine. It's because we broke up in May. We broke up like a week before the DCOM kickoff party. Whatever the date the Vader drop was. So if that was in April, that's definitely what started.
Yeah, it was the Vader drop was end of May sometime.
You don't have that many videos, so I'll tell you right now.
Yeah. But I think I was talking. Sorry.
March 26th.
Okay, so it's like 2 months before. Yeah, that might have been the start. The seed might have been planted. But I was, and I guess take your guys' advice on it. I feel like I'm definitely really kind of busy now. Obviously, when things blow up though, like there's going to be so much more content every day. I feel like there's going to be even more to cover that I should get out. But I feel like I'm not ready, or not that I'm not ready. If I feel like I don't have time for like a full-fledged relationship now, I feel like now would be the time when I don't have a lot of money and I don't have a lot of fame and just like a little bit. I feel like in the future, then when it's kind of public, oh, he's got this much Omi and he's got this many subscribers, then a lot of people that maybe wouldn't have been interested in me beforehand are probably like they see that. And
yeah.
Like what do I do? Do I just like struggle through it now and be like, oh, you should try to date now because they'll like you for you. You clearly have nothing else to offer.
Don't date unless you want to date.
But I
You
feel
don't
like
want to don't force yourself into something just because.
Yeah,
things like that just happen. Like, there's some people that are like looking for a girlfriend and like it just happens, these things just happen. And like, especially someone like you, like, unless you're like home, let's say you worked for someone, you were at home all day working from your computer, you were not social, then obviously there's no way for you to meet girls. But like, look at what you're doing. You go to big events, you're very well known in the Veve community. You never know, you might be interviewing someone one day that I don't know.
Fancy.
Yeah. And even now, I can't be anywhere with Randy where somebody's like, Randy, come take a picture with me.
That's true. And then it's like, yeah, we'll try to do something, and then I don't know if I would try to date, then it's just like, well, at least at the events we can't do that. But if I ever tried, if I'm in, although me and my friend Lilith were in Atlanta airport, and somebody, so I wasn't. The guy wasn't even looking at me. He just hears me. He's like, Randy? I was like, what?
You heard Randy's voice and was like in the airport and came over there and was just like, I recognize your voice.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, this is strange. So I guess that could happen. I feel like the only other time that happened was when Foster was in New York City like a month or 2 months ago. And someone I don't know how he recognized me because I was in a hat. I had my face deep in halal food. And I have a face full of food. It's like, Randy? And I'm like, huh? But like with my face full of meat. I was like, what? Most unattractive thing.
So funny.
But I guess it'll happen at some point. I don't know. I just I don't have
just whenever it happens, it happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just you do have to be careful because girls are freaking they're evil. You don't know. You got to make sure she really likes you for you. And we will test. We'll run her. We'll
See, that's the other thing where I don't know if anyone, let's say if I did have a connection with someone, and then let's say we tried to keep it secret, which I don't know how you keep a secret in this community, but let's say we tried and then it got out. I feel like not a decent amount of other girls would be like, oh, she's just with you for your Omi, right? And like, I don't know. I feel like the jealousy of I don't know. And maybe with the guys too, like Randy's using his power and influence to seduce the, what I don't know. I'm just thinking, worst case scenarios there.
Yeah, but those times, like, I don't know. It just depends on what's going on. Sometimes
people are always gonna have something to say.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So
only if it's not your fame, then it's gonna be something else,
So shoot my shot and go for taps because engaged does not mean married.
That's right. Don't worry. At Anaheim, we'll tackle him. We're gonna tell him like
it wasn't the same.
No, I'm just kidding.
Tackling Noah without you. Me and Fam Bam, like at each event, was like, oh my God, Noah, are you the Noah? We try to get him all embarrassed, and he's like, hi.
So you had to tackle him without me?
Yeah, it wasn't the same without you this time. It was, somebody said the after party should stay open, builds a community. Maybe, all right, so maybe the parties stay open, but the after party could be Veve locked or something. I don't know, Veve logo locked. Logo's whole nothing matter though. Or maybe I'll just do a second thing. Maybe if you already have a Veve logo, then I'll pay for another tattoo of something. I don't know. Past Comic-Con. Ooh, yeah, pay for tickets or something.
Are you getting an Omi tattoo when okay, are you guys both coming to Florida? To Miami?
Yeah.
Well, how would I miss your birthday?
Yeah, you said Miami, right? Yeah.
Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to make a list because it's coming up very soon.
That's true. Did you pick dates yet?
No, so my brother, the one that's gonna be on your
Yeah, I've been advertising that.
I'm super excited for that. Let me know if you want me to make you a banner. I forced it. I'm like, you have to open a YouTube channel because I want him, he's not shy at all.
Yeah.
But it's really not his type of thing. And I'm like, now that everything's crashing, now is the best moment to build. And so I told him, just open your YouTube channel. I'm like, Randy's, if anyone could convince you to invest in Omi, it's Randy. So Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that. I've been trying to get him into Veve and Omi for so long. I feel like he has more chances of getting into Omi just because he's like more into crypto, and you can't buy gems with crypto yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think you're going to be able to convince him. You better prepare your points because he's not very easy to convince.
So I don't know why it came. I think it came up because it happened like a year ago. The first interview or the first time Taps interviewed me, and I don't know what made me watch some of it, but I watched some of it, and yeah, Taps had sent me questions beforehand. I was like, yeah, it was like the first interview I've ever prepared for. So I typically don't prepare for them. I think
mentally, you know.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I mean, always in this. I mean, I live and breathe this. This is like,
Yeah.
I don't know. This is like, remember in one of the last Rambo movies where it's like, killing's as easy as breathing. All like brooding. I feel like Omi's as easy as breathing for me. Like it's just what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't not talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even.
He's my little brother.
I'm stumped on my next video, guys.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like today. I feel very insecure. I feel very like that's why I keep stumbling. I'm catching myself stumbling a lot here. I've got a lot of crap in my head. But
I think you're a lot better at this than you think you are, than you give yourself credit, because like
I can't even talk. I can't even
look at me. I'm here. I've been standing in my kitchen for like an hour. My feet are killing me. I'm like,
sit down.
Yeah,
but I've been eating for the last like 2 hours.
Pop a squat.
I just finished eating, but if I
pop up on the counter, yeah, I just.
Okay, well, you look so small.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've been. Oh.
I'm gonna have to start streaming here.
That's why, Eva. That's why I told you if you're gonna like, I would come on Randy's stream if you did too, because I was feeling really insecure earlier, and I was like, you know what, I got to get over this more. Like, I'll jump on stream, but I want Eva to come on here too.
So I don't know if you know this, but I'm still shy doing streams. Like I still get nervous, and right before the stream, I'm like, oh, I'm not.
Ah, there we
go.
Okay.
Okay. Why can't it be Randy and Eva and me? I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
We could be a throuple. I guess it'd be a what's a 4 couple? Because because you got a boyfriend, so it'd be a quadruple.
No idea.
The rumors be starting.
And there's Taps. We got to add Taps in there.
That's true. A 5.
Then we need Brittany and Wendy and Sparky because they're in the group.
As so many of us, it's just me and a harem of girls.
Guys, this is totally joking.
Like, yeah, this is completely. We are completely platonic. I forget what we were talking about before. Oh yeah, you were saying you're nervous.
Jerry said, "I think it would be called an orgy." This comment wins.
Oh, it was good. It was good. Oh, the one where he's in Myanmar. Yeah, oh, dude, Rambo's so good. That was so good. So yeah, Feva, you've been on camera maybe what, like 5 times now, 6 times now?
Oh, more than that.
Okay, 10, 12. I mean, the first few videos I did with the Pokemon trading cards, I didn't show my face because I was like, they see what I look like. There's no way they're gonna take advice from me. So I just I had the cards and I was like, hey, this one just sold for this just sold for this, X and Y. And then it wasn't until like a week or 2 later that I was like, okay, here we go. And I remember the first few videos where I wasn't even showing my face. I was like sweating because I was so nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I freeze more. Like my head goes blank with stuff like asking. Like I can't even say the freaking Marvel raffle. I couldn't remember the word raffle earlier like twice already. I go completely blank and I get all like, bleh.
I understand when like Eva or Wendy can't think of a word because they speak like either French or Spanish first, and English is the second language. Pamela, do you speak any other languages?
I mean, I know some Spanish, but that's
okay. Yeah, I feel like a complete dumbass when I can't remember a word because it's like the only real language that I know.
So I don't know. And I was gonna do a video with my son. We were gonna plan something, but I don't know. Like,
Oh, you should.
yeah, but he's the same way as me, and he's just kind of like, you know. And if I was to sit here with him, and even if we pre-recorded it, he would, you know, he would go blank, and I would ask him something. He'd be like, I don't know, but he wants to, you know. And he even, I was telling him we could pre-record it, and he's like, I want to do live, and I'm like, we could do live, like we could do.
He wants to do.
I don't know. I'm completely freaking
I
nervous.
was actually supposed to record. So I, sorry, I prepared a video. Sorry, that's my dog playing with this toy.
He wants attention.
I prepared a video with my dad's wife. She's the one that started teaching me Mandarin, Chinese. So I prepared a video in Chinese, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And it's been like two months, and I still didn't record it because Chinese, like, I don't know if I do the right accent. Like, I'm really shy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you get something wrong, the internet will tell you. Actually, there's I don't know what Reddit forum it was. It's something about coding or something about whatever. The guy had noticed that if he just asked a question and, you know, nobody really commented, you know, he would get like a little bit of transactions of people commenting. But if he asked a question and then from another Reddit account, he posted the wrong answer, then everyone was like, actually, you're a dumbass. This is how you do it. So every time he does it now, he posts a question and then writes from another account, writes what he knows is the wrong answer so that people will correct them. Really cool.
Yeah.
At the booth, it depended on the time of day. There's a lot of EV fam there, but also when Marvel was doing their things, a lot of Marvel people there. So it kind of half and half. So we are we're almost at the 3-hour mark. I did definitely want to talk off camera for a bit. How much time y'all got?
I was actually gonna hop off. You're gonna end it now, the stream?
Yeah, I could end it now and then Sister West Reality. Yeah, I could end it now and then we could talk off camera for a little bit.
Okay, I could say another five.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you everyone for coming here and the super chats. I was say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you. Bye.
Thanks everybody for everything, all the kind words.